Can't even hear y'all.
For real? Yeah, probably gotta be reset. Zah, what's good with you, man?
Peace, beloved.
All right, now we cooking. We back. We back.
We back. We good.
Welcome to another episode of Good Dad Bad Son with your favorite cousins, Will and BJ. We was having some technical difficulties. That's what happened when you don't record as much as you should.
Real though.
We made it, man. Happy Sunday to everybody.
Zah, what up? Peace, King.
Peace, King.
Zai, you be having the dopest backgrounds, bro. We don't even know where you be at.
Yeah, I'm all around the world, man. I'm in
Yeah, in
Chicago.
that he in
Feel
that
me?
Midwest messing with them tornadoes.
Yeah, you
Oh, you
already
still
know.
out there?
Yeah, no question.
Okay.
Oh, Kurt. Yeah, I'm gonna let Kurt talk about that though. When Kurt got hit with
Yeah,
them.
he in it,
Kurt
right?
got caught. Yeah, caught up.
You said he had to go
Caught in
get
it
his son or something.
while he was picking his son up from work.
I
That's
got a special guest, man. I might, you know, he here with me, so on some of that knowledge, I want to, you know, let the brother give his portion.
Yeah, man. Muscle could come on in, man.
we appreciate it.
Word up. Let me call Kurt too. But yeah, Kurt got caught in that tornado and all that. He said, man, the hail was hitting him on his head, and he bald headed. He's like, I got a bald head, man. The hail,
Yeah, got no cushion.
the hail was knocking him upside his head. Then they wouldn't let him in the building.
For real?
Yeah, they wouldn't let him in the building. He was going through it, man.
Man, that's wicked.
They wouldn't let his son out.
and wouldn't let him in.
And yeah, and you know what I mean, wouldn't let him in, but I guess he ended up getting in.
That's crazy.
Zah, what it look like, man? Denver got spanked.
Yeah, yeah, they did their thing to Denver today, man. Which I thought, but so many different turns on these games now, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I think they blown by like 27.
Yeah.
I'd rather see OKC play in Minnesota anyway.
Yeah, that's a better matchup.
Yeah,
Yeah, them
for
niggas,
sure.
they too old, man. Denver old.
Yeah.
Denver old. Denver old and beat up.
Yeah, about to say they're gonna run Joker crazy and then it's gonna get out of control. So that's a better matchup. It's gonna be a track meet.
Right.
Denver old and beat up, man. What y'all think about the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese joint? You seen that, Will?
Yeah.
Me and Zah was talking about it yesterday.
It's good for TV. It ain't really I don't think it's no rivalry. It's just whatever us, because we're the media now. It's whatever we keep talking about. They two separate players on two different trajectories.
Was it a hard foul or a flop?
It definitely wasn't a hard foul.
Shorty, Caitlin never played defense, like ever, ever, ever. So she probably surprised the shit out of Angel Reese when she hit her. So she wasn't prepared for it. She don't play defense? Nah, she don't never play no defense.
Word.
Ever.
Zah, you ain't tell me Caitlin don't play no defense.
I mean, I ain't see it like that, but you know, the average white girl ain't gonna do a whole lot of playing D. You feel me?
Anyway,
Yeah, she ain't out there for no D. She out there to regulate the game and shoot deep, get her team involved, major assists. She'll
right.
give you 6, 7 rebounds if you get caught slipping. She's very, very, very smart player.
And they don't play it against each other how many times? Damn near a dozen times, probably.
Probably, she used to play with Caitlin in I think high
Right.
school.
In high school.
They
So
play together?
Yeah,
yeah. So like at the
they was
church,
cool.
BJ, when you go in that paint, you drive the ball to the hoop. Depending on who in front of you, if it's gonna be a layup or you gotta pick yourself up off the ground. Van gonna beat the shit out you. James gonna chop at you. Johnny coming 2 hands up. You know what I'm saying? So you brace yourself for that. But she ain't never did that to her. She don't even be down in the paint to even contest no damn layup or nothing. So it was surprising. So when you ain't braced for it, anything could happen.
Right.
I don't think it was a hard foul. I'm looking at it again.
It's just the attention that those two players have for each other. I mean that the media want them to have. They want them to have some type of rivalry.
Pull the video up right quick just to see, just to show people who ain't see it. I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think that was a hard foul. I think she flopped more than anything.
And did her reaction make it worse? If she just would have got up and went to the free throw line, it would have been straight.
Her reaction was
Yeah,
corny.
that's a normal foul. You know what I mean? As far as the intensity of the game and what it is, like she got the ball, got a rebound or something like that, it got it at a certain spot, and Caitlin was like a little bit, from her, and she just tried to, make a play on the ball, and she went down. You know how it is, man.
You
Girls,
know exactly
everything is
how it
about
is.
acting. It's an acting game. It's
Yeah.
it's Hollywood. It's acting right now. So
Her
they gonna
reaction
throw.
definitely was Hollywood.
So the
Yeah,
ref overreacted.
What the
that was
ref do?
definitely
They call it a flagrant, right?
that was definitely not a flagrant.
Oh, they did give up flagrant?
Yeah, they gave a
That was
flagrant
corny.
one.
That was crazy.
Yeah, insane.
I didn't even know they hit her with a flagrant.
Yeah, they hit her with a flagrant for that. It was a play on the ball, totally.
Yeah, that was corny. That was corny.
I was more on the. I was happy that her teammates finally took up for her because people been getting in Caitlyn ass all last year. Her teammates be walking back to the bench. She be out there fending for herself. They finally stood up for her.
They better. That was corny to me too, cause she the reason why y'all on these private jets and all that.
Facts.
Straight
That
up.
was corny to me too.
You're a reason you're on TV messing with Caitlyn.
For real.
Indiana
She
wasn't
the
on
only
TV.
reason why y'all even getting airplay.
Straight up.
Yo, did y'all see? Y'all gotta watch Shooting Guards, Gilbert Arenas documentary on Netflix. Tough.
You watched it today?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, tough. I like that joint. It's messed up for home. The other dude, I didn't really know it was an altercation like that. I thought Gilbert just came in there with the guns, just on some, front and stuff. But them dudes actually had an altercation, which they smoothed out themselves.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. So, Gil wasn't the only one got kicked out the league or suspended or whatever?
No, Gil they both got suspended, but homeboy got kicked out the league.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna give you a quick summary once we watch this video.
Okay. All right, I got it up finally.
People should watch that joint. That documentary good.
Yeah, I couldn't get it pulled up. I didn't even get a good look at it to see, what happened or whatever. But I'm going to definitely do it.
What, the documentary?
The documentary, yeah.
Yeah. You gonna like it, Zah.
I already know.
All right, here go Caitlin Clark's hard foul on the big bad Reese.
A three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw Angel Reese wide open, you knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
She ain't had that hard
A three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw Angel Reese wide open, you knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
A three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw Angel Reese wide open, you knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
But yeah,
It's an overreaction.
we all agree on the same thing, man. Overreacted, man.
Yeah, man.
Love Angel Reese. I think her reaction is valid. All right, Nadia, I feel you.
I love her too. Nah, Nadia. Nah, it's not valid, Nadia. I love her too, though, but nah, that's a lot of acting, man. She was acting
Mondu said dramatic.
dramatic, super dramatic, extra. And she only did that because that was a little white girl, man.
No, bro.
Because look, the big black girl came and pushed her. She didn't even look at her.
She ain't
Yeah, that was bullshit.
she ain't
she
look.
ain't the one knocked her down.
But
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
look.
bullshit.
All right, so think about it. In the NBA, when you know what I mean, it be whoever's touching you,
Right.
Whoever's touching you. Like she hit her more than Caitlyn did. She ain't even looking at Caitlyn.
Bro, she done played against that girl for damn near 10 years. She ain't never touched her, let alone aggressively fouled her. She like, when we start doing that?
That's corny, man. That's basketball. That's
Yeah,
basketball.
right.
She corny for that.
You expect Draymond to hit you. You expect certain people to hit you, bro. Steph start fouling people like that. They're like, what the fuck is he on?
You ain't supposed to get a free layup.
Bro, she been giving up free layups. That ain't her
Nah,
job.
I ain't gonna say that. We can't just throw that on Caitlyn. She wasn't letting her get a free layup. She wasn't letting her get a free layup. Word up. And they got spanked.
Nadia said, to be honest, to be fair, we don't hear or see everything that happens on the court.
I'm talking basketball.
True that.
I don't care.
You don't care about the
I don't care about what they
the
saying.
bickering back and forth?
Nah, I don't care about. I'm not giving you a layup. I would have fouled her too because she's not a good free throw shooter. I'd have fouled her too, straight up.
Fact.
Like you said, Caitlyn don't play no D,
right.
so she ain't gonna end up with a bunch of fouls. That probably was her only
gift.
foul the whole day.
Right.
The whole game, that probably was her only foul. So yeah, go ahead, get your foul on. It is what it is, man. They smacked them. How much they beat them by?
What, they hit him by 35?
And she had a triple-double.
Yeah, she had a triple-double.
She had a triple-double. That white girl had a triple-double, man. Come on, man. She got to get that shit. Angel got to get that out. She doing too much. She talking about they not playing until they get they had a fake boycott and all that. They got to get paid more and all that. Man, she doing too much. She got to chill out. She just got there. She just got there, man.
She grew up a little bit because they asked her the other day, what she meant by her comment last year. Like, they watching more than Caitlyn. So she was like, next question.
Good.
She ain't even feeding
Good.
into
That's what I'm talking about. Good. Don't feed into that because you getting paid off the court anyway. You gonna get your money. Just work on your game. She got to come with some triple doubles and all that now. You know what I mean?
I seen on Facebook
she
today,
shouldn't even be talking.
She the fastest player that got 450 points and 450 rebounds. So they made
Caitlyn, right?
No, Angel. They made up a stat for her.
Oh, the double-double.
Yeah.
She shouldn't even be talking. Like, I remember when, I think it was it Taraji? It was Taraji and Sue Berg or whatever was talking about it. Like, yo, they didn't even get no NIL money when they was in college. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all already got money. Right. Y'all come right in. Both of them got shoe deals. So what are you talking about?
She
Reese?
said her NBA money don't even pay her rent, so she getting money.
She only get like $70,000 a year.
Yeah, they wasn't never making that much in the NBA. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it's cool to campaign for everybody else because you know what I mean? She got a shoe deal. I know Caitlyn got a deal. You know what I mean?
Angel to win. I want Angel to win, man. But come on with the corny shit, man. Get tough. You too big. Angel like 6'2", 6'3". The little white girl. Get big, man. Yeah. Hit her with an elbow when you driving. Protect yourself. You think so? She thought she was supposed to just go get that layup and not get touched.
She been letting her do it.
Oh no.
She ain't never just let her do it. If it was there for her,
she ain't never hit her either.
She probably wasn't down there.
She wasn't probably down there. Like they said, that was just an odd play. That Caitlyn was the only one nearest to
fell
her.
On her own. If she wouldn't have failed, it wouldn't have been no problem.
Yeah, they got to do the hype.
But I want Angel to win. I ain't gonna. Let's not get it twisted.
I love.
I'm Team Angel.
Facts.
I love her.
You know what I mean? But
pick and choose your
sometimes
battles.
people just do some corny stuff. Sometimes I would, as a teammate, I would have told her, man, that's corny. Stop it, girl.
Yeah.
Man, go make these free throws, man.
Fact.
Yeah.
Make these free throws. Leave her alone.
But where we from, you gonna see she gonna have the ball 90% of the game. You got an opportunity to foul her back if that's what we on.
Yeah, she better not come in that paint.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
She better not come in that paint. Yeah. So we got some bunch of topics. Since we've been gone a whole week.
She has a right to talk. She performed well last year.
Who?
That's what Nadia said about Angel.
Nadia, we get it, Nadia. You Team Angel. We get it, man. We get it. She had a cool year. She did. She had a cool year. It still was corny.
And what she said last year was valid. They not just watching because of Caitlyn Clark. They watching because of me too. So that was valid.
I don't know, bro. I wouldn't go that deep.
You got to have a
Chicago might be watching more. Chicago fans that watch the WNBA might watch Chicago more because of Angel Reese. But the people tuning in and buying them tickets is because of Caitlyn Clark.
That white girl.
It's because of that white girl, man. That white girl is averaging 30, bro. She averaging 30. Angel Reese this year, I need Angel Reese to average 30, 25. I need Angel Reese to average 25 or 15 rebounds. Straight up. And they losing.
Indiana one of the best teams in the league, though, right?
Now.
No, I don't even. Did they make the playoffs last year? I don't think so. Or they barely made it.
They might have had a losing record last year, too.
I think they made it. I think they made the playoff last year. Indiana, I think, made it. They got beat, I think, in the first game. But it's the first time Indiana doing anything in women's basketball, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, so that movie, the documentary on Netflix, y'all, Gilbert Arenas joint, it's called Shooting Guards. It just came out May 6th.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's Gilbert Arenas was the guy that got caught in the locker room. Well, they didn't even get caught with the guns. One of the teammates said something to a news reporter. Yeah, the news reporter, boy, they never got caught. It was ironed out through the teammate, through Gilbert and the dude that was getting into it. They ironed it out themselves because it was like a little brother, big brother thing, but they just got into it that day. And it carried over into, men egos, man. Men and their egos.
Right.
And them dudes end up drawing guns on each other in the locker room, but it didn't lead to nothing. And I guess they left the guns in their locker, and somebody said something. And then the next day, the police came and all that. But
so they ain't pulling hammers on each other or nothing?
Nah, not really on each other. Not just got them out and just talking to each other. You know what I mean? Yelling at each other. But it was over with. They ironed it out themselves. It was over.
What up, Josh?
And then so when they got wind of it, whatever, they came come in there and found the guns or whatever. Gilbert, they suspended the reason why they really went hard because they left them alone for like a week. They still was playing.
Okay.
Gilbert came out the next game. You know how they do the huddle and all that? He was shooting at his teammates. And they all was falling on the floor. And he's a goofball, man. So that was it. They couldn't, you know what I mean? He was wilding.
Ignore it after that.
The other dude, Javarius Crittenton. He was on a rookie contract. So he was like, man, he got a chip. Like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? They got him up out of here. They got him up out of Washington, sent him to another team. They cut him, sent him to China. But it was just, it was terrible. Then he's from Atlanta. He's from Capitol Homes over there in Cleveland Avenue and all that.
And then Gil had bread already. Dude was on this. This is a rookie
Gil
deal.
already, Gil straight.
Yeah.
He ain't tripping. So dude end up out the league or whatever. He back in Atlanta. And he out there with the bands and the jewelry and all that, and them dudes end up robbing him. And he went looking for the dudes that robbed him. Some blood niggas robbed him from the hood. He caught one of them.
Okay.
And he shot at him, but he missed him and hit the girl, killed the girl.
I remember that. I didn't know I didn't know him and Gilly. Him and Gil was I know that was the other party. They just kept saying Gilbert Arenas.
They just put it on Gil because Gilbert was the face.
The star. Yeah.
So I even thought the same thing. I didn't even know it was another person involved. So I watched the documentary. I'm like, damn, it was two people involved. You don't even know that.
Right.
So dude ended up doing, him and his cousin went looking for them niggas. He shoot at the dude, missed, hit the girl, killed her. She got kids and all that. She was like 20-something with kids. Whatever. So they gave him 23 years to life. They just gave him 23 years for that. And but it was like the way it just went down. You know what I'm saying? He was in the league. He actually was a good dude, good kid.
What school he went to?
He went to school with Dwight Howard, the Christian Academy joint, off of their Indian Trail.
Gotcha.
He went to school. He was teammates with Dwight Howard. They won the chip. Matter of fact, they won the chip. Then he went to the McDonald's All-American Classic.
They was cheating. They had a hell of a team then.
Yeah, they had a squad.
They had a hell of a team.
Josh Smith went there too.
Yeah.
But
and one more. They had somebody else.
Mm-hmm. But it's just crazy how it's messed up how his teammates is up there talking and all of them liked him. He was a good dude, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, damn, you was just in the NBA within the same year. You done killed somebody, you in prison now. You know what I mean? But it all started. Gilbert actually did start it.
Right.
Playing too much. You know what I mean? And dude wasn't with all that playing.
Gotcha. And
that's what started it. So Gilbert, dude, it was saying he feel bad, but he like, but I didn't make him make the decisions that he made. You know what I'm saying?
Fact, yeah.
So it's a good documentary, man. It's sad because that person, that woman lost her life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
so he's still locked up?
Nah, he only did 10 years. Check this out. He only, and I don't, y'all got to go watch it. Okay. He only ended up doing 10 years.
Okay.
Because Dwight Howard, well, this is what they're saying. Dwight Howard, uncle, I think his name is like Raymond Howard, was the district attorney on the case. His lawyer and the district attorney worked out some deal where after 10 years he could come home.
Okay.
And the family didn't know about it. And anytime on a murder case, you got to notify the family of any deals.
Right.
They never notified the family. So the family was mad. He did 10 years and came home. I guess he came on like 2016 or something. When did that happen? 06? Yeah, he came on like 2016, 2017. It's a dope documentary.
That's crazy. to get 23 years though, because it wasn't.
And only do 10. It was like second degree.
I about to say it wasn't planned. It wasn't first degree, right?
It was second degree manslaughter or something like that.
That's wicked.
But yeah, watch that, y'all.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yo, are the Knicks fans doing too much, man? Knicks fans, Josh. Are your Knicks fans doing too much?
They've been waiting a long time for this moment, bro. Let them live.
They doing too much, man.
They ain't did nothing yet. If they beat Indiana, shit, they gonna have to get the damn National Guard up there, bro.
Zah, what you think? You been seeing the clips of the Knicks fans?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, man, game 1-0 in a minute.
That's another reason why I'm saying they doing too much, bro, because they ain't win nothing. Y'all didn't even win the conference finals. Y'all didn't even win the Eastern Conference Finals. Y'all just beat
They looking past
Boston.
They the champs.
That was
They
the
beat
championship
Boston.
team, the championship game for them.
That was the championship right there.
Yeah, they gonna mess around and lose to Indiana.
Josh is doing way too much. Yeah, because Halliburton, they told him he was overrated. He been showing his ass ever since.
Yeah.
Man, I see them outside hitting niggas in their head with garbage bag, with garbage. I don't know why homeboy was over there with an Indiana Pacers jersey on.
No better.
That was crazy. It was another dude with a Boston Celtics jersey on. They jumped him. I'm like, all right. They got to start handing out assault charges, man. I know they locking these people up. That's crazy.
Josh got a bold prediction.
Can't be beating people up just because your team won, bro. Come on.
You agree with Josh? Pacers in 6?
Nah, I ain't gonna flip on my I ain't flipping on my city, bro. I'm going with the Knicks, man.
Josh, that's your true prediction, or you?
I like Jalen, man.
Yeah, he tough.
As long as he ain't turning the ball over. As long as he going to score.
He try too hard.
Yeah, as long as he going to score and he passing that rock. I guess he got people with him now, so I guess he got
I even know. I forgot last year
we don't
that
condone violence, but let them be happy.
Indiana beat them last year.
Christ, Nadia. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. 1 minute. Come on down, Nadia. Nah, I can't. Nah, man. We don't want to be beating people up and all that, man.
She said we don't condone violence, but let them be happy. Yeah.
She did say that.
Casey, what's good with you, bro?
What up, Casey?
Man, cool. What y'all got going on?
You hopped in just in time to talk about them Knicks fans.
Talking
bro.
about these Knicks. Casey, who you rock with?
The
NBA
Warriors.
basketball.
The Warriors.
The Warriors. Come on.
Oh, yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, he
Bay,
was
Bay,
out
yeah,
of there.
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
man. Look, man. You ain't if it's Bay, it's me. You ain't gotta ask.
I forgot. My bad.
Warriors,
Josh said
Raiders.
he a Nets fan now. I'll be damn.
I can't get with the Nets, man. They just, I don't.
They
They gonna have
little
Giannis
brother.
next year.
I tried to when they had Kyrie and all them, but
She
it's
said,
like,
I already like this guy. Nadia, you a Warriors fan too? Warriors all day.
she must be from
time
Cali
it is.
too.
Come on.
Nadia, where you from, Nadia? She must be from Cali.
She ain't gotta be from California to have good
No,
taste.
she got to be from Cali.
Nah,
Or
she
Steph
just got
fan.
good taste. God damn.
Zah, who you rock with, Zah?
Man, hey man,
The
I like
Warriors.
Golden State. I
See?
like Golden
See?
State, man.
Come on with it, man. Pop your
Yo,
tape
never
one
mind,
time,
y'all.
man. Come on.
Disregard my last statement, man.
I missed it. What Zah say? Who he rocking with?
Golden State. Man.
I'll be goddamn.
I rock with it, bro.
Since
Golden
when?
State. That's
Hey, man,
crazy.
She said, but the
Hey.
Hawks are the Hawks.
You know what? The Hawks can be a good team too. They just, they can't put it together the right
They
way.
don't.
But
They don't really care about winning.
The Hawks'
went
best
for the
team. The Hawks' best team was with Joe Johnson and them. I was rocking with Joe Johnson and them. Josh Smith, Joe Johnson,
Al
Jamal
Horford?
Crawford, Al Horford.
I was gonna say when they lost Al Horford, they lost it all.
Man, I was rocking with Atlanta then, man.
And they broke that team
They
up for
beat
nothing.
Boston. No, they lost to Boston. They lost to KG and them, right? They went to Game 7.
Yeah.
They lost to Paul Pierce and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was damn. That hurt.
Did Jet Teague play with them too?
Zaza, I think Teague was with them.
So he came later, I think.
I think
Did he?
Teague was with Joe because he talked about staying at Joe Johnson house.
He did. Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
a young
Teague was
fella.
there. He was young. Yeah, real young there. That probably was like his second year or something.
Who started point guard there at that time? I'm trying
George Hill. Oh,
Who was they?
to. That was George Hill.
Jamal?
Was it Hill?
it had to be Hill.
I thought Hill was at Indiana.
Nah, it wasn't George Hill. It might have been Teague or Jamal Crawford.
I
What,
don't know
Schroeder
too much
came late
Atlanta.
too? Did Schroeder come late?
Yeah, he came after that. He came after that.
Hey, Schroeder is the
Nadia
NBA
said Trey.
prostitute.
Y'all agree with Nadia? She said Trey is a good number 2. He's definitely not a number 1.
He's not a winner.
He just ain't got no big
You
man.
won't
We ain't
win.
gonna do
You
that.
won't win with Trey.
Y'all don't think he's a number 1? He might
I ain't
need
gonna
a
do that.
number 2. He never had no number 2.
Right. He ain't got no big man to play with.
He ain't got no big man. Capella ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, he need an Al Horford.
Yeah, for real.
I could play with y'all tripping. I could rock with Capella. He catch that ball and he gonna dunk that
I
joint.
was to say it's Lob City all day with Capella.
Let Giannis go to Atlanta.
And see what happens.
Go to
Well,
Atlanta.
Let Giannis go anywhere.
He a cheat code, bro.
Yeah.
Giannis could help the fucking
Yeah, let
Brooklyn
Giannis
Nets,
go
bro.
anywhere.
He can't help Milwaukee.
That's a fact.
He helped
Man.
Milwaukee already.
He
Shit.
still
Yeah.
good point, but
They
he
gotta
still
help
need a
himself.
team. He still need a team.
Let
They
him go
gave
over
him
there
Jack.
with Trey. Let
Oh
him go
yeah,
over
they
there with
had
Trey.
Mike Bibby.
That
Mike
guy
Bibby.
that year.
But I don't think he. No, he did start.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't
Mike
remember
Bibby.
Bibby.
They had Jordan Crawford too,
Okay. Bibby must have been hurt.
but they had more. They had Maurice Evans and they had the white boy Kirk Heinrich. That's who was probably starting.
Yeah.
And they
Hey, I
had
seen
Jeff
some-
Teague,
I seen some the other day. I was gonna ask you
Marvin
about that
Williams.
too.
They had a squad. This was my team.
Oh, Marvin Williams from North Carolina.
Hilton
Big
Armstrong,
boy.
Mike Bibby, Jason Collins, Jamal Crawford, Jordan Crawford, Maurice Evans, Kurt Heinrich, Al Horford, Joe Johnson, Zaza, Josh Smith, Josh Powell, Jeff Teague, and the rest of them do, and Marvin Williams. Yeah, that was my team right there.
Yeah, they had a nice little song.
Hey, who better in their prime, D Rose or Steph Curry?
D Rose, man.
Nigga,
Rose
please.
is untouchable.
I'm going
Steph
D
Curry,
Rose.
man. Y'all cut it out, man.
Nigga just be saying shit just to be saying shit. You gonna just say D Rose without even thinking about it? Over Steph
Because
Curry.
I already had this discussion.
Both of them in their prime time. Okay, that's why.
I already
said
had
it.
this discussion.
Okay, because you knew the right answer was Steph. Then.
Steph had. You saying individually?
She said liar.
We talking individual.
We talking individual.
Man, Derrick Rose is gonna keep that pressure on you, bro. If Steph not hitting them threes, he gonna have an off night. He gonna shoot 8 for 28, and you could beat him. You know what I mean? Derrick Rose is gonna keep going to that hole, man, and hit you with the mid range, and hit you with a 3. And he didn't have nobody. He was like Iverson, and he took the Bulls to the conference finals.
Yeah, Steph took the Warriors to the ring.
Steph had a squad. Steph got Klay Thompson.
the
all
ring.
them niggas, man.
Always had a
Draymond
squad.
to
Green,
the ring.
Andre Iguodala.
Without Steph, it doesn't make sense.
No, without Steph, we're not
made-
talking about that. So you
we
going
made
back to
KD
team.
I said period, but you just gave your point. I gave mine. Steph
Yeah, but
got
your
four.
point is not making
Steph
sense
got
for what
four.
you asked. You got to stay individual. You said prime. Steph in his prime. We're not talking about teams. Steph in his prime.
Whatever.
D Rose at his prime. In his
Still
prime.
taking Steph. Come on with it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Steph is nice. I ain't about to even
It's
sit here and
Steph.
act like Steph ain't. I just said Steph is the best player in the league right now before he got hurt. I just said that.
And that's why I ain't rocking with Minnesota this series.
Why?
I can't even say that. You see how Ant been going around calling himself the legend killer? He can't say that this time against the Warriors. Because Steph got hurt.
Steph wasn't there.
Steph got hurt, so that don't count.
It would have been the same outcome.
They put so
It
much
wouldn't have been
pressure
no
on
same- it
Steph,
wouldn't
bro.
have
He
been-
pulled a
No,
handle.
sir. It wouldn't have been the same outcome.
It would have been not. Come
What?
on with it. Come
They
on,
old,
man.
bro.
Come on.
You getting
Just
20 a
say,
night.
oh,
You getting,
man, they
you
can't
getting
run with
20,
them young
25 a night from Steph. Feet there. How you going to account for that? They almost got in him without him.
Almost.
Yeah, so with Steph there, you do the math.
Watch
That's
when we
another
bring that
body.
big man out. We're going to
Straight
bring a
up.
big man out next year. Y'all going to see what time it is. Stop playing. Don't let Giannis come there.
Don't mess around. Let us get Giannis.
Who was us? Man, y'all killing me.
Zai's crazy. I never heard
It's
him say us about no Warriors.
that boy in Minnesota is his time, and everybody else had their time.
Nigga, he might not
until
get
they-
past. He might not get past OKC.
Okay.
He's not
That boy in
gonna get past
OKC tough too. They number 1 and 2 in my opinion.
OKC tough too.
They're
Steph
not
is Hall of
getting
Fame
past
right
OKC.
now.
Yeah, Steph can retire right now. He's
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Steph is Hall of Fame, bro. Steph
Draymond
got
gonna
the
be
ring.
Hall of
Steph got
Fame.
all the accolades,
Clay
bro.
gonna be
Steph,
Hall
Steph
of
is
Fame.
Steph.
Steph just made Kevin Durant Hall of Fame. We can keep going.
I
Andre
forgot y'all had
Iguodala,
KD for the other
Hall
ring,
of
for that
Fame.
other ring too.
So that's an asterisk on that championship.
It's an asterisk.
On that one y'all got with KD.
It's an asterisk. How the
It's an asterisk on that
The
one.
fuck?
God
How?
damn.
How?
Y'all already won without him. Then y'all gonna get another bigger gun?
Nobody said
that's
nothing. When,
overkill.
nobody said nothing
KD
when
corny
LeBron.
too.
Nobody said nothing when LeBron went to Miami.
He a sucker for that shit.
You know what I
Nah,
mean?
a lot of people
he a
a lot
sucker
of
for
people
that.
got on LeBron. A lot of people got on LeBron.
Right.
LeBron started
Nobody's-
that big three.
You
A
know what
lot
I'm
of people
saying?
got on
No, LeBron ain't started.
No, matter of fact,
start-
OKC started it.
LeBron.
It started in Boston.
No, Boston started it. Boston
Boston
started
started
the
it.
big three.
I was going with KD,
Definitely.
Russ, and Harden and Ibaka.
Nah. Boston
Nah,
started it.
when Boston did that with
Yeah. KG,
KG,
Paul
Ray
Pierce,
Allen,
and
Pierce.
Ray Allen.
Garnett, Ray Allen, yeah.
Man, that shit been going on since the beginning of the time. Look on them teams. Boston won all them damn championships back to back. Them niggas got 15 Hall of Famers on that team.
Nah, but they came there when they was nobody. The only person that
They
was
was
somebody was
nobody.
Larry Bird and
That's it.
But I'm talking about
the other white boy.
Before
You
Larry
can't
Bird,
call
they was
Dennis
winning way before
Johnson.
Larry
You
Bird.
can't call a Dennis Johnson. At that time.
Nah,
The
Big
Lakers
belly nigga.
was doing it. Them motherfuckers already had Kareem,
That
Magic,
was the
and then they
team.
went and got Worthy. That shit been going on since the beginning of the time.
That was the team.
Yeah, you can't because one of them got hurt. I forgot who it was.
Kareem.
But so Kareem got hurt. Magic Johnson was a rookie. They didn't expect Magic Johnson to come in and beat Magic Johnson.
Everybody knew what the fuck Magic had, bro. Cut it.
Yeah, college is different from the league, though. We've seen how many great college players come in and not do anything.
I never really watched
The only
Lakers
difference
like
when LeBron did it is the player made the decision and not the white boys in the front office. That's the only thing made it different.
Yeah.
I never really watched you know what series I grew up watching the most? The Knicks and the Bulls. Because I was always a Bulls fan. And every time I would hear the Bulls is from the East, I always thought they was talking about East Oakland. Because where I'm from, we call it, you know what I'm saying? When I heard East, I'm thinking East Oakland because that's where I'm from. So when you hear, they represent the East, it's like, oh, it's the East Oakland on mine. But it was East Coast. So whatever. But I like the Bulls, the old school Bulls, man. Scottie Pippen, to be exact.
Yeah.
Best small forward in the league.
Hey,
Come
what
on
y'all
with
think
it.
about that? Did y'all see what happened with Kenya Martin and Nick Young?
What happened?
Kenyon being a bully.
Kenya was telling him shut up.
He said, shut the fuck up. He said Nick play too much.
And what Nick Young do?
Huh?
What Nick Young do?
He talk his little shit, but
Swaggy P. That's the one who's telling, right?
I'm gonna keep talking.
Swaggy P. He the one snitching, right?
I guess he had to say that on camera though,
Nah,
because
Nick Young ain't never.
Who was the one snitching?
because Kenyon Martin definitely
When?
slapped the shit out you.
Which one of them niggas was messing with Iggy Azalea and that nigga start telling?
He was messing with Iggy.
And the
Somebody
other nigga
snitched on
start
him?
snitching? Oh, it was
D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo
D-Lo.
Russell, my bad.
D-Lo is the the dude that video recorded him and put
What
it out
kind
to the
of sucker
world.
shit is that? Why you do that?
Check the thing, Will.
Why you do that?
That Kenyon
Steve Nadia said Steve Kerr doesn't know how to put a immaculate bench together.
Stop it. See, Nadia.
He don't get credit
No,
for that.
no, Nadia. That was Mark Jackson. That was the black man. Stop it, Nadia. That was Mark Jackson.
Hey,
That was
hey,
Mark Jackson, Nadia.
It don't even matter. We got our rings. We gonna do what we do. So if y'all ain't where we at, keep your conversation and your comments to yourself.
Y'all had a good run, bro. It's over.
It ain't over. We got one more winners.
Oh,
We
no,
got
it's
one more
over.
winners.
She said it's always up with you, bitch.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just here to report the facts. I'm just here to report the facts, man. It was Mark Jackson.
No, it ain't you, Nadia. He like that with every goddamn body. Everybody who pull up, he's if nothing else, he consistent.
If New York Knicks win something,
Hold
BJ
on, man.
flying out to New York.
It's y'all team. Was it Mark Jackson or Steve Kerr?
It was
No,
Mark
we
Jackson
both.
That put the team together.
It was
Mark
both.
Jackson put it together. He couldn't get it to the next level. So Steve Kerr, the same thing that happened to who it happened to at Tampa
The
Bay.
question is, who put the team together?
That was Mark Jackson, bro.
Bruce
Okay,
Arians.
that's it.
They ain't give him a chance to get it
They
together.
didn't give him. That's what I was about to say, Will. They ain't
was
give him a
hurt.
chance.
Right.
They ain't give him a chance.
Steph was
They
hurt
got
this whole
they
time.
got him out of there, just like they got what's your man, the other black dude up out of there. They got them up out of there, man.
The one from LA.
Mark Jackson put that team together, bro.
She said he always.
Sometimes it takes somebody to assemble the right. A general manager gets the pieces.
Thank you.
But
That's
the
the
head
general
coach
manager.
got to come in there and make the players play. But the players still
Fast
gonna
forward it
play.
a little bit.
So Mark Jackson put it together. I'm gonna give you all the ingredients, and you put it together. You come out there and put them together, and then you let the chef start cooking.
Back up.
And now you got Chef Curry. And for y'all entertainment, y'all have seen 4 rings, and then y'all see a bunch of.
Nah, back up. They might have
Sprinkles in
started
there.
it at the beginning. It might be at the beginning. Hey yo, this is the video of they was talking about Greg Popovich. Kenya got mad. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man.
Hold on, right quick. I'm gonna come in right up. Share.
We coming to y'all comments too, right after this, y'all. Kenyan being Kenyan, huh?
Kenyon really slapped the shit out of Nick Young, though. I don't even, like, he got to really check homeboy resume.
I'm trying not to tell Nick shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
We were talking about Greg Popovich, his legacy.
Like, just fucking rude. Nobody give a fuck about your phone. Niggas over here talking about something important.
You over here talking?
Yeah, you're about the wrong fucking thing, nigga.
Man, you want to talk like you on the porch.
Yeah, we talking about this man's legacy.
All you want.
We're talking about this man's legacy over here, and you fucking being disrespectful, nigga.
This is Gills Arena presented by
Y'all
Underdog.
look the same age, so
Right?
like,
Yeah, he kept saying you want to make a joke. Ain't shit funny right now, nigga.
keep talking about Pop.
Ain't shit funny.
Pop.
Nigga.
Shit. Let me show
Everything ain't nobody want to see that dumbass shit you showing, nigga.
Don't be scared to look this way.
Like,
Scared, nigga.
He told me, yeah, don't be
yeah,
scared
this
to look
dumbass
at
nigga over here trying to conduct the motherfucking show, and you over here.
Look at Gil. Now look at.
You're trying to, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Damn, I don't have to shut up. I'm
What
showing
niggas
you
talking
something.
you do,
I
nigga?
didn't say nothing. He said something.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have to shut
You
up.
the one niggas can hear.
Now
Can't
I'm not
nobody
gonna
hear
shut
him.
up. Now I'm
Can't
never
nobody
gonna
hear
shut
him.
up. I'm never gonna shut up now.
Sorry, Pop. You give Pop a smoke list.
Pop, thank you for the basketball gods.
Can we get a little smoke for Pop?
Hey,
Pop with the basketball.
mad for no reason.
Nigga over trying to have a real conversation. Nigga,
All right,
shut
you
up.
can have it, nigga. I don't have
Trying
to shut
to
up.
shut
man.
up.
I didn't say nothing. Don't
Fucking
tell me to
child.
shut up, nigga.
You're a fucking child. Shut
All
up
right.
sometimes.
That's why we're
Shut up,
Nigga, shut up.
we are showing love to
Shut up.
Greg
Nigga, nigga, no
Popovich.
fucking
You shut up.
sense. Shut
You shut up.
All right, man, that's the end of the show.
We are showing love. We're trying to show
Yeah,
love.
they got sponsors and everything, bro. They live.
I'm talking to you, directly
All right,
to you.
stop talking to
Nick,
me like that. All right.
talking to you, nigga.
All right. Now I'm
You ain't talking to him, talking to you, nigga.
And I'm gonna keep talking, nigga.
In the show.
Enough, enough, gentlemen. Enough. Well, this has been
Follow. Hit the button.
another episode of Gills Arena presented by Underdog. We will see y'all.
Crazy as fuck.
Hit the button. Paulo, hit the button. Hit the button, please. Niggas start fighting. Hit the button.
So is Kenya out of bounds or he valid, yo?
I'm gonna let y'all go first. I go last.
Go ahead, Casey.
I mean, the nigga said what he said. Blood said what he said. And they were about to get down. It's just what it was. It was an altercation. They could have did it a little off camera, but shit. One nigga felt another way. The other nigga felt another way. It wasn't out of pocket. Nigga, he felt how he felt. He felt how he felt. It was what it was. As long as they bread don't stop fucking.
What you
I
think,
feel
Zach?
about
Kmart out of bounds for that?
Yeah, K out of bounds, bro. He out of bounds. Man, I don't like bullies, man. Straight up.
He definitely a bully.
Yeah, I don't like bullies, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though, like Casey said, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't be feeling, you know, you couldn't as well, Nick can't do nothing with you, man. Cut it out, man.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? We on TV, bro. Like,
Right,
we ain't
gotta
gonna
grow
violate
up.
nobody on TV, bro, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. That's a bad view for me.
I want to hear from Nadia. Nadia, is Kmart out of bounds or you team Kmart?
She probably team came, man. She probably team came on.
Ma Duke's funny as hell. She said, "I'm glad he didn't pull out a gun."
And that's the same dude that the documentary is about. Gilbert Arenas. That's the dude that brought the guns to the locker room. That's the same.
Gilbert Arenas?
That's the same. Yo, they got a documentary on Netflix, Casey, called Shooting Guards.
I seen it. Oh, they be talking about shooting.
You watched it already?
No, I ain't see it. I seen it, but I didn't watch it.
It just came out on May 6th. It's good. It's good. I watched it yesterday.
I'm gonna check
But
it out.
yeah, I'm agree with Zai, man. That was corny, bro. First of all, you up here. It cuts right to when it happened.
Yeah.
But before, like 10, 15 minutes before, he's talking about Greg Popovich.
Okay.
Right? all right, the man is going. He had a stroke. He's retired or whatever. He's the greatest coach and all that, which is cool. What Nadia said.
Actually, I agree with you this time, I guess. LOL.
I bet. Bet. So, you know, Kenyon is slow talking and Pop this and Pop made men and, you know, he turned us to men and all that.
Father figure.
Yeah, father figure, all that for the 10 minutes or whatever. They don't know Pop.
Right.
Gilbert don't know Pop. Nick Young don't know Pop. They
Right.
don't care nothing about him. But Gil said the problem was they mics were still on. Usually they mics is off. So Kenyon can hear them whispering while he talking. So he got upset or whatever. But still, like, you can't tell nobody shut the fuck up on camera and live and think the man just gonna sit there and you know what I mean? Come on, bro.
He didn't say that though. He said, "Man, I'm sitting up. Think about it, bro. You talking? I don't really know these niggas. I don't really know, dude. I'm gonna pay my respect to bro, but I don't really know, bro. I don't know you can hear me in your microphone. I'm over here talking this out, bro, man. Nigga, you can hear it and you like, hey, bro, I'm just sitting over here trying not to tell you to shut up."
Nah, he said shut the fuck up.
He said, "I'm trying not to tell you to shut the fuck up."
Yeah, but still,
that's already rude.
You don't even say that.
It's rude. It's rude, but
KC, he could have been like, yo, y'all, hold up, y'all.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna agree with
hold
you.
up, y'all. Let me just get my piece out.
Right.
Yo, I can hear y'all. Y'all tripping, man. Come, y'all chill out. It's way
But
more.
you know
It's way
what
other
Kenny
things he
Martin
could have
is?
said than that, bro.
And I'm quite
actually
sure
agree.
Nick would have hit him. Oh, yo, my fault. You know what I mean? But when you get the I'm trying not to tell you to shut the fuck. You in violation.
So now it make you think. What's their relationship prior to that though?
They
You
was
know what I'm
teammates.
saying?
They up there every day. They teammates.
So I'm saying, but see, backstories is a lot of it. Are these niggas been funking in the minute? Do these niggas play like
Nah,
that?
they haven't been beefing or nothing. That's Kenyon Martin, bro.
Yeah.
That's that's clear cut of who these guys are. That's Kenyon Martin and Nick and Gilbert Arenas are jokesters.
Playing too much.
They just playing, but they're over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? You've been talking about Greg Pop for the past 10 minutes, my nigga.
So nigga, we
Move
don't want to
on.
hear that shit no more. So I agree, y'all. The nigga, it was corny for him to do it. He's a bully. We get that, but at the end of the day, just two niggas having an argument, man. Y'all niggas going about it, man. Y'all didn't hit. Y'all ain't lose no bread.
And you know why I think it's corny too? Because you're live, right? Y'all on a big platform. Y'all got major sponsors. They got big sponsors over there. You know what I mean?
Big facts.
Where you're not gonna be on ESPN talking about, yo, I'm just waiting for Nick to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And then where it escalated too. Nah, nigga, da. Come on, bro. That's corny. And he's the older one. He's the one that's Kenyon in his 50s. 50?
Right.
At least 50.
Kenyon
You know what
50?
I mean? Yeah, Kenyon
he
gotta
up
be
there.
50. He older than me.
Yeah.
Kenyon might be 47, 48.
How old you is?
I'm 44. Kenyon played with Jason Kidd and them niggas.
Yep.
Yeah.
What does he play with? Kerry
Kerry Kittles in them. Yeah.
I mean, it was fucked up either way it goes, but yeah.
His son in the league.
Think about it. All the players that we've been watching was in the league.
Let's say 47.
47.
47.
Yeah.
He ain't that old, but
Now,
he still could have handled it differently.
As far, that's all I'm gonna say. But as far as what people don't know is, Nick Young is a Los Angeles baby. Kenyon ain't about to just get up there and smack. That's why he didn't do it.
Okay.
Kenyon ain't about to just get up and they in LA. They in Cali.
Okay.
Kenyon ain't about to get up there and smack Nick Young that been a LA baby that played for the Lakers and been out there. You don't hear about Nick Young getting robbed and all that because all his cousins is Crips, big Crips out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Kenyon would have had some problems. He would have put a hand on Nick Young.
Okay.
And Kenyon lives in Cali. Kenyon would have had some problems.
He had to get the fuck up out of there.
Kenyon would have had some problems messing with Nick Young. Nick Young, Brandon Jennings.
He didn't threaten him though. He usually he real consistent throughout his career.
I'm gonna tell you the ones not to mess with from over there. Brandon Jennings, Nick Young, Baron Davis, Russell Westbrook, Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of right now.
Baron Davis from the Bay? Or he from LA?
Nah, Baron Davis from
I don't know
Inglewood,
where Baron Davis from. I know he played for the Warriors.
I think Baron Davis from Inglewood.
I'll tell you one nigga you don't mess with.
Yeah, where you go?
I ain't gonna say it. We ain't got to say
I think
it.
Gary Payton from out there too.
Yeah, he from
Gary
Oakland.
Payton is an Oakland baby. Come on with it.
Oh yeah, see,
Hello.
Gary Payton.
Hello. Think that nigga went to Bishop O'Dell? Come on with it. You know, but we give y'all a lot of greats. We got y'all Jason Kidd, St. Joe's, Alameda. Come on. We gave y'all Isaiah Ryder. Come on. We gave y'all. I ain't gonna keep going with y'all niggas. Y'all know what Oakland is.
Stop saying y'all because New York done gave you everything. Don't say y'all.
I mean, y'all still on y'all side of it.
Great.
I prefer Draymond.
Everything.
Draymond, White Talk just walked away.
White Talk just walked away. No, Kmart got hands too. He ain't.
Yeah.
He ain't no. He far from a sucker.
Nah. Kenyon Martin.
He with it.
He has a record.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I've seen Draymond back down to dudes his size.
Draymond ain't all the way consistent.
No. I've seen Draymond back down to LeBron.
He gets some sense.
I'm gonna tell you.
I've seen him back down to Ron Artest.
I mean,
y'all niggas, y'all
and he would have backed down to Kenyon Martin.
He would have.
New York Knicks is nothing but bullies.
Well,
y'all
the 90s Knicks.
What are you talking about? Anthony Mason and them?
Charles Oakley, all them niggas. All them thugs that y'all call a basketball team.
I wasn't talking about them though.
Y'all play prison ball.
I wasn't talking about them. They not even from New York. Charles Oakley is a country nigga. He from he from
on the Knicks playing prison ball.
He a big country nigga. He from the South somewhere. Anthony Mason from up top.
I'm
talking about like Mark Jackson and them niggas.
These niggas just come to fight.
Kenny Anderson and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Kenyon was wrong, dog. I feel like Kenyon was wrong.
He know it.
So who y'all got? Josh got the Pacers in 6. Who y'all got? Knicks and Pacers, yo.
I'm gonna go with the Knicks, man. I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I don't really like the Pacers team. I don't even know how they
stop
this far.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a good game 7.
You think it's gonna be going?
Who you
7?
got? Pick one.
If I got to pick right now, I can't. I'm gonna go Halliburton, but I like the Knicks. I want the Knicks to get there because I like to see the Knicks win something. But I like Halliburton right now. He busting ass, and I like the way Indiana play as a team. But y'all play as a team too, so it's gonna be a real good. It's gonna be a couple of good games real quick, man. And
I'm not in the building. We ain't gotta ask him. What up, fam?
Knicks in 5.
Who said that, man?
Yeah, nigga, don't take that off and let that nigga rewrite that. Nigga, add 2 more numbers to that. Ain't no fucking way.
No, if Cat show up, it's gonna be tough for Indiana. Cat be bullshitting. If he play like he's 7 feet tall, Indiana ass in trouble.
Listen, take that shit down and put that shit back up with 7.
She said, "Be realistic now." Nadia, who you going with? Indiana?
Nadia is disrespectful.
You can't call her disrespectful for talking the truth.
She ain't picked no side yet. We got to see where she at.
Where you at, Nadia? She got to choose a side before we even go any further. Word up. We got to know where she stand. Word up.
She might go with Indiana. They're the same colors as the Warriors.
Indiana probably gonna go with Indiana just to go against me.
It's a toss-up. You can't really pick on that.
Zah, who you got, man?
Indiana beat Cleveland, bro. Like, it ain't no cakewalk.
But Cleveland had a lot of people hurt, right?
Nah, I don't know a whole lot of. Garland was out for a game or 2.
And
you know
he came back
That's
with
a big piece.
That shit hurt. A game or 2 hurt.
Yeah. They lost that one game just because they didn't have hurt.
A game or 2. One game hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the correct answer. Don't matter because the Warriors ain't in
it. She said it ain't for me.
And we would have beat the goddamn Minnesota too.
That's right. Sit on the couch and watch the show. That's right.
Who the Warriors lost to in last year's playoffs?
Why we going back years and shit?
Because y'all saying with Curry they gonna beat Minnesota.
We lost against Sacramento.
Huh?
We lost against Sacramento.
Man, y'all come on. Now.
Sacramento beat.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, what happened in Sacramento this year?
They let their coach go.
They let their coach go. Doug Christie can't do it. He's out of there. They had Doug this year. They got rid of
Doug Christie.
They got rid of their point guard. You can't. You know
wait. No. Wait, Zah. Who are you talking about?
Slow down.
Doug Christie.
That's the coach. That was the coach after the regular coach.
Doug Christie that used to play for Sacramento?
That used to play for Sacramento was the coach.
What's his name? Mike Brown?
They fired Mike Brown and Doug Christie took the job, bro. Yeah.
So they fired Mike Brown, the black man.
They fired Mike Brown, got him out of there. And
hired the high yellow nigga.
Who's the guard? Who's the guard for them?
Here you go with this high yellow shit.
When I told y'all about the high yellow,
this nigga, right? Nigga gonna send me a text about this the high yellow nigga right
The high yellow brothers, man. Yeah.
Hey man,
What I tell y'all about them high yellow niggas? They mess everything up, man. I'm telling you,
nigga
man.
be the best.
Who the hell told him go get Doug Christie? Yo,
Who's
man.
their guard? Who's their guard, Casey?
Where at?
For Sacramento.
It was goddamn until they just traded this nigga to San Antonio.
They traded him San Antonio.
De'Aaron
Fox.
It was Fox.
They said
but
Fox liked that Mike Brown. That he wasn't. They got to go to people. You got to go to the stars when you make these type of decisions.
Yo.
They let Brown go, and then Fox gone. Yep. And now they
Fox
and
asked
really
for the trade.
And you see when Mike Brown left the Warriors, he made Sacramento look good, but you can't win it. Come on, man. Steph, you see where we going with this? When you say best player individually, makes everybody better. We bring it together. Steph is the nucleus. I ain't gonna do it.
No, nobody disrespecting Steph. He definitely a titan, a giant. He got his shit together.
The best
Can't
shooter
take nothing
of
from
all
him.
times, nigga, hands down.
You say what now?
The best shooter of all time.
Oh yeah, nobody debating that. Anybody debate that is ridiculous.
And he makes not only the players better, he makes the coaches better.
Hey, but let me ask y'all this though. Since you talking about the best shooter of all time and all that, before we move on to something else, Kevin Garnett said none of the players of this generation would have been able to play 20 years ago. What y'all think about that? Zah, what you think about that?
I liked that, right? Because he made a lot of sense. They made the game more softer, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like he said, it was grown men on that. Bro, you can't even talk any kind of way in the circle. You know what I mean? With those type of dudes they had, it was grit, bro. It was foul, it was tough fouls. A lot of these guys couldn't play underneath that umbrella back then. But to say that's a little stretch for real for me. Because Curry can play with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta agree with Garnett. It's gonna be hard for these guys, a lot of these guys. Nobody really got a 15-footer. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like Dumas that shut Jordan down. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was some tough D out there at that time. It was hard to get over 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they just like offense gonna sell tickets, defense gonna win championships. That's how I always seen the game. But they wanted to be more, like somebody said, they made it cool for the foreigners to come in. Because foreigners ain't, you see how soft Luka is.
I think Paul Pierce and them said that.
Yes, Luke. Yep. I mean, it was Gilbert Arenas too.
Yeah, it was Gilbert. It was Gilbert who said it. It was Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert said it. They made the league soft to these foreigners so they can make it a diverse league. You get what I'm saying? Because them dudes who got some dogs over there, the whiskeys and stuff like that. So they had to open it up. First you had Ginobili. Ginobili was like the most doggest dude from overseas to me, if you ask me. Him and Nowitzki.
Stojakovic.
So where do it start at though?
Tony Kukoc.
Where do it start at though? Where does that start? Where we say this generation wouldn't be able to play?
He said 20 years ago, so 2005.
Do it stop after LeBron? So after LeBron?
He better be talking about after LeBron because LeBron's still playing. So he can't be talking about LeBron because LeBron killed them and he's still killing. Right. So he can't be talking about LeBron.
Can't be talking about Bron.
So then who else can he be talking about?
He said everybody. He said everybody, but we know he's not talking about LeBron because LeBron came in at 17 years old and did what he wanted.
In 03, right?
03.
Yeah.
So is Kevin Durant part of that equation? Because Kevin Durant was back there too.
So let me ask you this. What you feel, Casey? You feel he valid?
Yeah, I believe he made us out. Like Steph, I know, like you say, Steph can play. Steph wouldn't have been as efficient as he is today because he wouldn't have been able to be as free as he is today. So yes, I agree. But I think LeBron.
What you think, Will?
In 05, they took. In 05, they wasn't doing the hand checking and holding and shit like that.
All right, so let's
go back. In the back.
But he got to go further past 20 years.
Yeah, he got to go 30 years back because in 05 they was flying through the damn sky with no problem. So wasn't even no illegal.
So basically, y'all talking about Michael Jordan.
You couldn't even do zones yet.
Y'all talking about Michael Jordan era.
Jordan had to become a man. Jordan had to become a man when he came in the league because Detroit was hanging him. John Sally and them and what's the white dude?
So y'all talking about the 80s, early 90s.
basically.
I ain't known that way.
So that's 40 years ago.
These today niggas will kill them 80s, 90s. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Bigger, stronger, faster. So what? They can't shoot a fucking jump shot. There's size. It's motherfuckers who would like Olajuwon and David Robinson and them. We got fucking point guards they size now. They would have killed them niggas, man.
But they softer these days,
You
though.
go back to the Dream Team, and you tell me if this All-Star could beat the Dream Team.
That is a hell of a team. I thought we was talking about individual players. Nobody beating the Dream Team, bro.
I'm just saying though.
I thought niggas out over the league.
No, I gotta see the matchup though. I ain't gonna say that. I gotta see the matchup.
Right.
I gotta see the matchup.
Cause
if we going with Shaq and them niggas,
Shaq and Kobe
and LeBron,
Durant, D Wade before he got injured.
I gotta see the matchup.
Shaq and Kobe.
They human, bro. I ain't just gonna say they can't lose. They human, bro.
Nadia said y'all going too far. Now she was born in 2000.
Like Garnett said, bro. There's no.
He wasn't born in 2000. Nah, you only 25.
Damn.
I'm gonna say I disagree with him, bro. I disagree with him. Steph could play back then. Cause one thing about it, the reason why they only had 80 points a game, they couldn't shoot.
Right.
They could not shoot, Zah. They couldn't shoot, KC. They couldn't shoot the mid range. Dominique Wilkins had no jump shot.
Nigga,
all them niggas was going to the rack.
No left hand.
No left hands. They could barely dribble. Y'all talking about what y'all talking about is toughness.
What did you just say, BJ, earlier? What you say to me when you said something about D Rose? D Rose was not a hell of a shooter. D Rose got to that rack. He made it real hard for the defender.
D Rose gonna knock that mid range down, bro.
What you think Jordan was doing? What you think Scotty and them guys was doing? They was mid range shooters.
Okay, select a few could hit the mid range every now and then, but Scotty and Mike and them was missing that shit. Mike hit that fadeaway. When Mike, I'm watching this shit. When Mike go left, bro, he has problems. But let's not even get into that. The thing is, KG said these players, Anthony Edwards and them, Giannis, Sha, Kyrie, Kyrie. You talking about all these guys? You talking about Melo?
BJ, he got it. I got it. Because at this point, if you saying so, we find one guy that can do it. The conversation is not valid in what he's saying. I got him saying the overall NBA now. It would have been hard for them to play, but you got to be able to. Come on, man. Giannis can play. Embiid can play.
But hold on. We can't change what that man said. That man said nobody in this generation would be able to play in that generation. He said nobody.
He's wrong.
He didn't say select a few, majority. He said none of these dudes, man.
He's wrong because Jokic can play in there.
And if y'all saying Jokic, Giannis definitely could play in there.
Can primetime KG beat primetime KD?
I'll take
KD better than KG.
Both in their prime?
Yeah, KD.
He's saying can't nobody from that era.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying all the KD could play in that era. Yeah, listen, all y'all saying is that era back then would have been fouling them. That's all y'all saying. That's what y'all saying.
Beat their ass.
That's what they saying. Oh, it was great. They would have never been. Guess what? They would have fouled out.
It would have been.
No, they getting fouled too. Shit.
They would have fouled out. Nah, we don't even got to foul them. Will all we got to do is come down and play basketball and let them foul out.
Yeah, true that.
Because that's all they talking about. Whenever these dudes talk about the past, that's all they're talking about. Fouling. That's what they talking about. Them niggas wasn't skillful. These dudes are way skillful, jump higher, strong. They are. The NBA is softer now, of course, but you can't take away their skills just because they're not fouling.
BJ, for real, we're gonna be honest. Can we agree? Can we agree? I'm already agreeing with you.
Okay.
That he's wrong.
Okay.
But let's be honest, man. These guys nowadays don't play no D. You might find one or two guys that really, want to go out there and play some D. Everybody in the league back then played D, bro. It really wasn't all about your shooting.
When you go back and watch, because I follow the dude that the 90s.
We done with the 90s.
We done with the 90s. When you watch them games, I seen clips where I had to actually go back and watch the Portland versus the Bulls series and all
Trash
that.
defense.
When you go back and watch them games and really sit there and watch the defense, bro, they defense started at the free throw line. Curry, you got to play that nigga full court. Anthony Edwards, you got to pick up at the half court line. Them boys is shooting from back there. All of them. All of them. Them dudes wasn't shooting threes back then like that. You had one shooter on every team, whether it was B.J. Armstrong, Steve Kerr, or, whatever shooter, Joe Dumars, Hodges, Dale Curry. Every team had one dude that just stay at the three-point line.
Job,
and that's his job. John Starks.
And he was 25%.
So what do we say, BJ, when we say who can get you a bucket? Now, me and you know, when you got teams like the Boston Celtics, they shoot themselves out the game. Do you actually believe these 3-point shooting teams like that, bro, is gonna be able to shoot like this consistently when dudes are playing D? But you really got guys like Karl Malone. You got guys like Elijah. You got guys that really can get buckets. They going to that rack on you. Jordan them went to that rack real hard.
Yeah, Karl Malone, you're right. But Karl Malone and them didn't have to guard nobody. Karl Malone has to, you know who Karl Malone has to guard? Giannis.
LeBron James.
LeBron.
Can't bully these guys.
No, it ain't about bullying. See, you thinking of you're not thinking basketball. You're thinking tough.
Giannis not going around.
Giannis don't have to bully. He don't have to bully Karl Malone and Charles Barkley. They got to guard him. They got to guard him.
Well, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like I said, I'm not disputing nothing you saying.
Yeah, they don't have to. They can play bully ball all they want. They got to guard Giannis.
Basic fundamentals still stand. Even if you're saying going all around, basketball is still basketball, bro. If I block this key, all that running around shit don't stop nothing.
No,
I'm going to play my position.
It's about, once again, it's about them being able to play back then with them boys. That's all. I'm just making the point that them boys will be fine. They will be fine playing back then with them boys. They will be fine. Because, for one, they can shoot. They don't have to keep coming to the rim.
See,
KD can sit out there and knock the 18, 20-footer down all day.
You see
and shoot over them niggas.
That's not really a good point though, because we going off of what them shooting from half court. But the basketball that we grew up watching, niggas,
I just said 18, 20 foot, bro. Them niggas was not shooting mid ranges down there.
You coming to shoot on the sideline. You coming to shoot on the sideline. You miss one of them half. Curry, you're not shooting that back in that time. That's why Mark Jackson really wasn't going for that. That's why when Steve Kerr came in, he gave him the green light.
The game evolves, bro. When Steph came in the league, you know why that's not true? Because Steph was shooting that in college. Steph been shooting that from high school. So that was Steph's game. Ain't nobody stop him from being him. Mark Jackson is not the type of guy that's going to stop a point guard from doing what he able to do. Not Mark Jackson.
I'm talking about Mark Jackson.
The point guard really wasn't even.
When Steph came in the league, he was shooting from wherever he wanted to shoot from.
I'm talking about Mark Jackson.
He had the green light from jump.
Mark Jackson didn't give them the green light, bro. That's why he got out of there. He didn't give them the green light. He didn't give Steph Curry them the green light. Me and you know, if you shooting a three like that for Greg Popovich, you coming to sit on the sideline, bro. If you don't make it, I promise you. You didn't have that light to even shoot like that.
That wasn't. I can't even agree with that because you got the 7-foot nigga shooting threes.
He shooters threes.
Long threes.
It wasn't the norm, BJ. Like nowadays, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nowadays, can we agree? On a 4-on-1, niggas is stopping to shoot the Tracy.
But the game evolves. The game evolves to that. The game has evolved for that. So, yeah, back then, of course not, they wasn't going to do that. But you got to have the player. First of all, you got to be the player to demand that. Because there was a lot of things that they didn't want Allen Iverson to do, the braids. They didn't even want him to wear his braids. They didn't like the tattoos. They didn't like the baggy shorts. They didn't like nothing Allen Iverson did. Nothing. The jewelry, nothing. Right. You know what he did? He scored 40.
Yeah, they made him put on suits.
He scored 40. And Iverson was 6 feet back then playing with them boys. Little Iverson.
Yeah, so that's a whole different game now. Those guys.
So I don't understand why them dudes are saying that.
The big niggas back then is now little niggas in today's game. Like John Stockton, Kevin Johnson,
Niggas would have
all
killed
those
John
little niggas,
Stockton, bro.
They not even factors no more. They not even in the game, bro.
Man, they would have averaged 40 on John Stockton, bro.
They doing the same thing now. Like the game back there was pick and roll. Like Stockton them did it the best with Karl Malone. They still was gonna get separation regardless.
That's cool.
You know?
That's cool, right? But they never won nothing.
Who?
Karl Malone and John Stockton. They never won nothing.
It's a lot of teams that ain't won nothing. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just saying that because that pick and roll mean nothing. All the separation they got and all the times they did the pick and roll and all the 30-plus games, 30-point-plus games Karl Malone had.
Lead the league in scoring,
lead the league in scoring.
assists.
They never won nothing.
They incorporated the new age incorporated the pick and roll too.
And and also let's not forget about one of my favorite players, my favorite player from back then, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Yeah.
Rauf, yeah.
Dropping 50 on Mike and them niggas.
I thought you were going to say Abdul Rahim.
No, not him.
No. Chris Jackson was his name before he became Muslim. He became Muslim, and he wasn't doing the Pledge of Allegiance and all that no more. They got him up out of there. But he was dropping 50 on Mike and them.
Facts.
6 foot, little nigga. Killing John Stockton, 50 on John Stockton every time. He said he loved playing against John Stockton. His eyes get big. 50. Killing them boys, man. He could shoot. Problem. Anybody that could shoot that mid-range and that 3 was eating back then. That's why when Gilbert came in, Gilbert was 50. 50. They gave Gilbert $200 million. He was drafted 2nd round.
Wizards still wasn't gonna win nothing.
They never go past the free throw damn.
Nah, he never was gonna win anything neither.
Who that?
Still wasn't gonna win nothing.
Oh no. He was exciting to watch.
So all right, well y'all agree with KC and Zah agree with Kevin Garnett then.
No, I said I agree with you because it's the wordplay. It's the wordplay. Nobody. So we already. I'm on that side with you. That's a lot.
I don't know if he really meant 20 years ago because what the fuck was going on 20 years ago that these kids can't get with right now?
What you mean?
I think he meant to go further back because 20 years ago,
I think he meant to go further back too.
They weren't whooping niggas' ass on the court. I mean, Ron Artest chopped somebody in their damn throat, but other than that, everybody was playing good basketball.
Nah, they was Hacker Shaq.
That's one nigga, yeah.
Nah, man, Ben Wallace and all them, they was. It just started, bro, about 10 years ago, man.
Okay.
Them boys was
I would like to see a mixture of them teams put together.
Maybe 15 years ago.
Okay.
Well, hold on. The playoffs right now, them boys been physical. The whole playoffs right now, this year, the rest been letting them boys play.
That leads us right to Nadia's question, though. She said, I have a question. Do y'all notice more players have injuries today than decades before?
They soft.
And that's what he was saying the whole time. They saw
straight up. What on MCL, what on ACLs back then? Who?
Nigga get punched in the mouth and keep playing.
I agree with y'all now. I don't know what happened. It might be. I think it's the food.
They too heavy.
It's gotta be too heavy.
I think it's the food. I think it's the processed food, man.
The big man back then was goddamn 190, bro. They too heavy now. Everybody 200 plus.
Yeah, I think it's the processed food, bro.
Because
even in football,
Zion is like the perfect example of a loser. He's a winner, but he's a loser. Because in any time that we watch basketball, with the shit that he pulls off be acceptable. Come to camp overweight, nigga. Don't play. You a big man, can't play.
Yeah, Zion.
Loser.
Zion got in the league and lost his mind because he's supposed to be averaging 30.
Easy.
Nigga look like a cross between goddamn Bill Dukes and goddamn Sean Kemp.
He going through what Charles Barkley went through at one point too.
Yeah.
Nah,
he ain't got nothing on Barkley.
These dudes back then, bro, had a better fundamental game all the way. Everybody was Embiid. All the bigs was an Embiid or a Jokic. All the bigs. You couldn't. They couldn't do that with David Robinson. You couldn't do that with Keem Olajuwon. It's hard to do something with Pat Ewing. Who you doing something with?
Shit. You got to get through Luke Longley, Robert Parrish.
Like
Alonzo.
Yeah, but the game. That's because the game was about bigs, and now them bigs are doing way more than them. Giannis, Jokic, and Bobo and Wemby are Terminator 10. Those are Terminator 1 you talking about. Patrick Ewing and them, they Arnold Schwarzenegger niggas.
I don't think Wemby gonna have.
They Arnold Schwarzenegger niggas.
I don't think Wemby gonna have that longevity, bro. I'm gonna keep it solid.
I don't think so neither.
Why you say
Listen,
that?
He
He's
too
too
tall.
skinny.
He doing too
Embiid,
much.
I mean, not Embiid, but Wemby gonna get hurt the 5th game of the season. I'm trying to tell you.
Every year.
Messing with them dudes back then, bro. He's coming nowhere near the paint. Because you can't get in there. You too skinny.
He ain't going to
Too
the
little.
paint now.
He can't come in there now.
Yeah.
But no, you know what the problem is? I ain't gonna say he can't come in there. The problem is
he don't have to.
He don't have to. But Chris Paul, you gotta have a dude that's gonna make you start at the box.
Mm-hmm.
He's 7'5" or something. Mm-hmm. All he gotta do is walk down there. You can't stop him from going to the box.
Right. You
What you gonna do? Hold, push him out there? All he gotta do is walk to the box. But the game is fast. See, the game was slow back then, so they gonna wait for the big man to come all the way down the court and post up at the box and go like this.
Back to the basket,
game is the game too fast, bro.
Man, you had guys like Kevin McHale, man, that would dog some of these guys, bro. Kevin McHale. Can you think about that?
Why do Wemby want to shoot threes anyway? Why do these big niggas want to shoot threes?
Okay.
That's overseas ball. They brought the overseas game over here in the NBA to America.
They got a few overseas players. They
ain't no more back to the basket. Ain't no more post play, bro.
They got 10 overseas players in the league, man.
Everybody want to fucking shoot threes and shit. And
That's it.
And 500
I don't agree
away
with
now.
that though. I don't like that.
We
I
don't
don't like that.
Yeah, we too old. We ain't gonna like it.
That's why Boston lost.
Nadia, you like all this 3-point shit?
lost?
Yeah, you do. You a fucking Curry fan. Of course you.
That's
like
why Boston lost.
Hey.
I'm about to ask Nadia a silly question.
BJ, that's why the Knicks play more closer to old school basketball than in this new era than anybody. New York Knicks play that style of ball.
But also, it's their skill set.
Their skill set is where
they don't have the skill set. Boston relies on them threes. That's their skill set.
They rely on the threes.
Hit them. That's why I said Steph Curry is easier to guard than D Rose.
Say it again.
Steph Curry is gonna rely on them threes. I could relax a little bit on defense. I just gotta hope he has an off night.
It's no way.
D Rose.
That's why
D Rose gonna shoot threes, shoot mid range, dunk, catch alleys, play defense. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be bad though,
problem,
BJ. When I look back at it, it's gonna be bad. Why? Because your tongue gonna be out your mouth guarding Curry.
That motherfucker run 10 miles a game. He do.
You gonna run 10 miles, running around screens, running over. When you stop running, you gonna get embarrassed because you're gonna look up, you're gonna have 9 threes. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
What we could also do is switch. I don't gotta keep coming around them screens. Yo, you gotta send them.
Your whole team tired.
Somebody wide open then.
Yep.
You gotta send them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, man, because he run around all game, bro.
D Rose gonna get hurt eventually soon too. See, Steph gonna keep on bouncing around. You see, that's the beauty of Steph.
Steph got hurt a lot too.
That's why Mark Jackson got fired.
Steph got hurt a lot.
If he would have been healthy, Mark would have kept his job because they would have been winning.
Steph got hurt a lot.
Steph makes the team better and the coaches. So even if you're not a good player, Steph gonna run around so much that he gonna have 4 people chasing him, and then somebody gonna be open. So even if you ain't even good, you can make a shot and look good.
Who said they're getting paid now and they have better contracts? Now they can get hurt and still make millions anyway. It wasn't like that back in the day. So Wu, you saying they had to play through injury? They couldn't afford to sit on the sideline.
Michael Jordan had the flu, man. Against
the game was slow.
Against the
game was slow.
The Spurs. Who was it? Not the Spurs.
Jordan ain't had a flu. He was hungover.
Man, Jordan had the flu, man.
Game in Utah.
Jordan was hungover, man. Everybody knows Jordan was getting drunk before the games, during halftime, all that. Jordan is an alcoholic.
Go back and see the interview. Go back and see the interview when every time he came to the joint.
I remember the game you talking about. Yeah, that's what they said.
Steph is a champion. We're gonna run with that.
No, they get boring because every team try to mimic Golden State's winning strategy and also build super teams. She's talking about all the 3-point shooting.
I agree with that, Nadia.
No, she right.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
I agree.
That's why they can't get the foul.
All right, let's get to the nitty gritty, man. Play that video, Will.
Coming right.
We got a 11-year-old that was arrested in Ohio. I don't know what's going on in the Midwest out there, man. Ohio, man, but them police, man, got it out. They got some race soldiers out there for real.
He sat here. What do you mean? What Last Thursday, there was an 11-year-old boy who was arrested by the police.
I'm gonna let it roll. I'm gonna go back.
He was treated pretty harshly, and his mom protested and live streamed it right here in Akron. But I just wanted to say about that 11-year-old boy that got arrested. The day before he got arrested, his brother was shot by a white citizen.
Why is my 11-year-old in the cop car? I'll explain that to you in a minute. Why is my 11-year-old in the cop car and this white man just shot my 14-year-old son in the chest? This white man just shot my 14-year-old son in the chest.
When the boy went to confront the man who shot his brother, he got arrested.
He is 11. Why are you putting my 11-year-old in handcuffs?
Trying to fight right in front of us.
And that white citizen is still free. So my question to you is, what do you expect from us as a people? And where is the justice?
Right in front of us.
He is 11 years old. He shot him. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Last Thursday, there was an 11-year-old boy who...
So how y'all feel about that joint?
Go ahead, Zah.
Man, come back to me, man. I gotta reflect on
Go
that.
ahead, Casey. Go ahead, Casey.
All right, bad luck. The handcuff part, I heard what she said, I heard what he said. She said, why is my 11-year-old? He trying to fight in front of us. What you want me to do? I don't really even want to do this to your child, but stop. Nigga, you the parent, stop him real quick. Now, is the outrage there? Yes. This dude just shot his brother yesterday in the chest. We understand what the fuck's going on. We understand he's mad. We understand everybody is a whole bunch of outrage, especially with the dude's son just got hit by the police, and we understand. But at the same time, he's trying to fight in front of us. What you want me to do? He's trying to go at this man. This man just shot his brother. I gotta sit. It's fucked up because it's like a mixed emotion, but I understand the policeman doing his job. I also understand the outrage of the young boy. I also understand the outrage of the mother. But fuck, what you want him to do? I keep telling him to fall back, but we ain't gonna see that part. But I'm pretty sure he already said, hey man, chill. But the little boy like, nah, you shot my brother. I'm finna do something to you. So now what do you want me to do? I'm gonna detain you. I don't know if the little boy went to jail or not. I don't know what happened after that, but I can understand the position that he took. I can understand each one of their positions in that, and it's unfortunate.
Well, what you think? I agree with that, Casey.
We already talked about it before we got on camera, but they possibly say that young man's life. He done already shot one little black kid, was to stop him from shooting another. And when the police pull up, they don't have the whole story, the backstory, what happened. They don't care. Like they pulled up and they seen that the young black boy trying to get at the white man, and they removed the black boy from the situation. Like Casey said, we can go back and forth with hindsight and what happened first, what happened next, and what's gonna happen after that. But I don't really see nothing wrong with it. I don't really agree with an 11-year-old in a man's face in the first place.
Ohio, man, and this the Ohio again, where they killed homeboy, and homeboy had killed the police and all that. Ohio.
But where we come from and how we was raised, if somebody did something to my brother, and no matter how old I am, then I can't even go home without shit swinging. You know what I mean? Like, so he got hit. What you do? So that's what it is.
Zah, you ready? I could go.
Yeah, man.
He could have gotten shot too, man. That's what me and BJ said before we got on the air.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there, bro. Because I understand it's like it's hard to have a conscience when you seeing something like that. I can't even begin to understand the direction you're gonna go, bro. You seen your little brother get shot. You know what I mean? Your older brother, 14, get shot. So I understand what the brother's saying. Like, what are they gonna do when they're seeing this? We're in the outrage for one. 11-year-old don't even know how to act. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna already it's gonna be a problem already because a cop he's trained to detain the 11-year-old who's in hostile right now because of the situation. You know what I mean? Like brother said, they really saved his life as well. Because what stops him from shooting him?
Facts.
But if I'm, it's
getting away
insane,
with
bro.
it.
It's insane. We talked about this maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I think like 2 weeks ago when brother was saying like the parents got to start educating these kids, man, to get out the way at all costs.
Yeah.
You know, come home, make it home. You get what I'm saying? But this wasn't a cop that shot him. It was just a regular white man, right?
Right.
Yeah.
See,
Look like the neighbor, so somebody that live on the block or something. They must live in on the same block or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get at that guy, man. You shot my brother. Yeah, you gonna have to shoot me too, man. I mean, it ain't about being tough, but this ain't even a cop that shot him.
Right.
This is a civilian. So I think I can get at him. So like I said, man, you take it over, BJ. I don't know, man. I'm in a whirlwind about it.
Well, we go through the comments before I go.
Not this. I think it's the problem that there's never quite equitable treatment. If it was reversed, it may never have escalated to him being in the cop car. So if the white man was in the black people's face, it wouldn't have made it that far.
That's it.
But we already have a disdain for the police, and in some of our eyes, the police can't never do no right. But at the same time, police pull up, they tell you to chill the fuck out. You don't chill the fuck out, you going into the cop car, bro.
Facts.
They trying to make it home too. Go ahead, B.
Yeah, 11-year-olds don't got no business going out there trying to confront no white man that just shot your 14-year-old brother about shooting your 14-year-old brother. You know what I mean? I don't see how that's gonna go any other way but you losing, unless you're an 11-year-old that's going over there with a gun to shoot the man that shot your brother.
Right.
Other than that, going over there, confronting him, talking to him, yelling at him, all that, I don't see. And then like, Ma, what your sons doing that they getting shot? I don't even want to blame them, but come on, we gotta keep it real. 14-year-old got shot by this white man. White man never got locked up or nothing.
Nope.
Nothing happened to him. What? I gotta find out what happened between them two.
Right.
What was the 14-year-old doing to the point where he could get shot by a citizen and nothing happened to that citizen?
Nothing happened
outside the next day to get confronted.
Unbelievable. That was
and videotaping it though.
Unbelievable.
What'd you say, KC?
And she was videotaping. I mean,
so who? The 14-year-old?
The mom?
The mom is videotaping. Like
that's the next day. So she's videotaping her 11-year-old. First of all, like you said, Casey, Mom, get your son in order. He's 11. He's been on Earth 11 years.
Yeah.
He's in the 5th grade. Or 6th. He's probably in the 5th grade.
She don't have no control. I hate to say.
What is the 5th grader doing going to confront the white man who just shot your 14-year-old brother who's in high school probably,
and got away with it?
And got away with it.
You're not even coming outside tomorrow, bro. Stay your ass in the house. This white man's still out here.
Where is he in the hospital?
Huh?
Why they ain't in the hospital with the brother?
Right.
They probably did all that, and you know what I mean. But
where's the father?
Well, you know, it's obviously no dad there.
No men.
That's
period.
obvious.
No men.
Everything. The only dad we seen out of Ohio killed the wrong cop, and he done. And he had a dad.
Took him off the board.
He gonna get off.
He killed the wrong cop.
He gonna get off.
Yeah.
No, sir.
You a lie.
The one that ran
a cop killer.
He gonna get off.
Get off for what?
He's done.
Get off for what? He gonna get off.
They're gonna automatically go to his insanity about it.
Bro, you know Johnny Cochran dead, right?
Huh?
You know Johnny Cochran ain't representing people no more, right?
I'd rather go to jail than go to a mental hospital.
You know, dudes go to Eastern State, man, and be home in 2 years.
No, sir. It won't be him,
bro. He's getting off, bro.
It won't be him.
He gonna take an ass whooping. He gonna take an ass whooping before he get out.
First of all, in the last video where everybody talking about the black cop came on the elevator and held him down against the white police, and get out of here, man. Black people always fantasize.
I ain't heard none of that.
Yeah, it's a new video with him on the elevator. First of all,
he refused to leave his side.
He already looked drugged up. They already got him in the hospital gear. He already looked doped up. He already got slippers on. He already got the gown on. He's already in the hole. He's in the hole. He's not even in general pop and none of that. He's in the hole by himself, probably regretting doing what he did.
And that's why he's going to get off. He's going to get off.
We'll follow this. But I think this case with the 11-year-old, and I think it's all bad. I think they wrong. I think they in the wrong, bro. That's a fight you can't win. You're not going to win going to the man's house that just shot your brother. You're not going to win beefing when the police pull up. You still over there beefing, trying to fight the man that already shot your brother. Like, you in the lose-lose, bro. And now you in handcuffs. This will be killing me too. Niggas be tough until they in them handcuffs. No, stay tough. Now it's time to go to jail. Stay tough. What, you just gonna be tough on the streets? You gotta stay tough. When them handcuffs come on, you supposed to stay tough. Don't start crying now. They too tight.
I got a question.
No.
Go ahead.
Who get the prosecutor in this case?
And which one?
Or is it even be a charge? Are they charging the white man for shooting the
he obviously not charged. He's still out.
That don't mean he ain't charged.
They never said nothing about him getting arrested. Nothing.
I got to see where this go, man. I guess it ain't long. It ain't been going on long enough for us to see what's going on about it. Is a prosecutor gonna bring charges against this guy? Or what? Do the dude got to get a lawyer?
When it make national news and we keep talking about it on social media, they will eventually arrest him to say they did it, but it ain't going nowhere.
You know what's so crazy? This happened in 2024. I thought this just happened.
I thought that happened last
That was 2024.
This happened November 2024.
Oh, because I'm agreeing with BJ on that one, man. What did the other brother do?
That's what Nadia just said. We really want to know why the 14-year-old was shot.
Got shot anyway, nigga. What you was out anyway?
Doing so.
Right. And then you went over there. What made you go over there? Y'all was trying to do with y'all little badasses. That's the problem. Your mama came out here looking ratchet too.
Pump faking.
Yeah. Moms came out here ratchet. Y'all out here acting ratchet. Now y'all getting some ratchet activities, and then y'all want to come to social media.
We wasn't doing that when we was 14, bro. So it's a bad parenting from the door to me.
You out there showing out, because why the police get there so damn quick? So you out there arguing with them already, about to get fucking shot.
Yeah.
They not even
Ain't no reports on that, right?
White dude probably scared right now too. White dude probably in there scared. White dude probably over there scared, panicking, nervous, going through all the emotions. Didn't mean to do it. Man, they probably were trying to come, whatever the situation was. And now y'all back out here acting this, and this what happened. This was escalated this situation in the first place. So now y'all come back over here. So I mean, it's just an unfortunate situation.
They don't even got no information on what the 14-year-old did.
That take us to the next one though. The guy did get arrested for shooting the kid who was doing a little TikTok prank and kicked his door, or trying to kick his door.
Well, one dude, the dude in Virginia, they doing the ding dong prank.
Yeah.
The dude in Virginia shot them, and he's locked up for like 2nd-degree murder. Killed one and shot the other one. And he was a convicted felon
with a firearm.
Yeah,
right.
so he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
And then there's another one in California, Riverside, that killed 3 of them. He chased them down in his car.
Well,
and crashed them, and they crashed into a tree, and 3 of them died.
He want to go to jail.
Yeah. So I mean, they playing these. I'm not ringing nobody bell and all that 3 in the morning and all. I'm not doing that.
Man, you asking for a problem.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's corny. Them kids ain't got nothing else better to do. We go to some of the comments.
I've been putting them up. Mom said the cop got fired. I assume you're talking about the one in Ohio that killed the
that shot the 14-year-old.
The one that handcuffed him.
Oh, Mom, which cop got fired? And what else we got?
Check that video out I just sent you, bro.
Okay.
So we still on this thing. I'm back on the whole abortion thing, pro-choice thing, with especially in Georgia. This girl, she ended up in the hospital pregnant with blood clots in her head, and she ended up brain dead. So the hospital wouldn't pull the plug because she's pregnant, and the baby, she must have been like 8 months or something, because the baby had a heartbeat. Like, I guess she was about to she was close to due date or something. But anyway, because of Georgia's law on abortion, they can't pull the plug. So the mother is upset about that they can't pull the plug, and they want to have a choice whether or not the baby lives or not. But you play the video when you get ready, Will.
All right.
See what y'all think about this.
That's crazy.
I really was waiting for Nora and Kurt on this.
Nora had popped in, but
she did.
She popped back out. Yeah. She ain't text you?
She said it was gonna be hard for her tonight, though.
Okay.
She said she was gonna try to come in. Adriana Smith.
All right, coming right up, fellas, ladies and gentlemen.
Adriana Smith was about 9 weeks pregnant when she started having bad headaches in February.
Enough to know that something was wrong.
April Newkirk says her daughter went to Northside Hospital for help.
They gave her some medication, but they didn't do any tests. They didn't do any CT scans. If they did, they would have caught it.
The next morning, Adriana's boyfriend noticed something was terribly wrong.
She was gasping for air in her sleep, gargling. More than likely it was blood. She was taken to Emory, Decatur, and then she was transferred here.
To Emory University Hospital, where Adriana worked as an RN. Unfortunately, there was nothing doctors could do.
They did a CT scan and she had blood clots all in her head. So they had asked me if they could do a procedure to relieve them, and I said yes. And then they called me back and they said that they couldn't do it.
Doctors declared Adriana brain dead.
I feel as if somebody dropped the ball at the hospitals, and her boyfriend asked, please keep her. If she was kept at the hospital, we wouldn't be here.
Because of Georgia's heartbeat bill, which bans abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected, her family says they weren't given any say in what happens next.
It's torture for me. I come here and I see my daughter breathing by the ventilator, but she's not there. And I'm touching her. And she has a son who I bring to see her.
Now, 21 weeks pregnant, her baby's health uncertain.
She's pregnant with my grandson, but my grandson may be blind, may not be able to walk, wheelchair bound. We don't know if he'll live once she has him.
A situation she says no one should be forced into.
It should have been left up to the family because I'm in my 50s, her dad is in his 50s, so we're going to have the responsibility with her partner to raise her sons, you know? And I'm not saying that we would have chose to terminate her pregnancy. What I'm saying is we should have had a choice.
Yeah, this choice shit is getting out of control, bro. I don't even know why she's talking about it. I mean, what y'all think, man? What you think, bro?
At a certain point, goddamn common sense gotta kick in. I mean, I know people like to follow the letter of the law, but if it's causing somebody their life, man, the doctors gotta have the doctors went to school to be experts at what they do. So the lawmakers don't have medical degrees, so they just doing what the fuck they feel is best for other people, which is nonsense too. It's just unfortunate, like all the way around, man.
What you think, Zah?
Yeah, man. So they saying that they can't do nothing. They can't even go along with abortion or nothing right now.
No, she's gone. There's no saving her. She's brain dead. So she's hooked up to a
we're talking
machine.
about the baby.
She's hooked up to the machine. The reason why they didn't pull the plug is because they're trying to save the baby. The hospital, because of Georgia law, they're not doing no abortion. They gonna try to deliver. She's gonna get a C-section, of course. So they gonna keep her on the machine until they get this baby out of her. You know what I mean? The mother is complaining that her gripe is that they don't have a choice. They didn't have a choice in the matter. They didn't have a choice whether or not the baby should live or die. That's what the mother is talking about. So the mother is like, yo, the baby could come out blind or something, or you know, handicap or this, that, and the third, and I'm in my 50s, her father in his 50s. You know, we gonna have to help the partner raise her sons and
So
be a grandmother.
Be a grandmother. Yeah, that's
be a grandmother.
That's
Wouldn't that be a miracle? Your daughter's dead. Wouldn't you want the baby to live?
Wouldn't you want it? Come on, man.
Why are we on this camera talking negative towards the baby?
You don't even know if that's the fact.
I'm not even thinking about the baby being blind or nothing.
None of that.
I'm on board of this baby being delivered. Being born. That's all my daughter gone, bro. Yeah. This all we got. This baby, this miracle baby, this is gonna be a real miracle baby right here for real.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like
pay that bill.
What we talking about?
Who's gonna pay that bill?
What bill?
The hospital bill.
I don't care about that. Put it on my tab.
That's medical.
Yeah, I don't care about that neither.
She gonna get the funding. They gonna
Matter
get
of fact,
the funding
her daughter was an RN, so she has health insurance.
She gonna get the funding for the baby.
Her daughter was an RN.
Well, that's what we're gonna assume, that she's gonna get the funding for the baby. That's an assumption.
What funding for the baby? What funding?
I'm saying, who's gonna, if the lady's brain dead,
right,
and she's gone,
right,
the baby can't get all the nourishment, nutrition, whatever it needs to survive. So even if they keep it, so they're forcing these people to be grandparents. I get y'all point. You know, who wouldn't want the baby, but let them choose that. You know what I'm saying? That it's their choice, because once this lady's dead, this fetus, like she said, that baby can be paralyzed. The baby can be blind.
Okay,
that
so
can
to
be a lot
your
on
point,
a grandparent.
To your point, forget the grandparents then. The father. Forget the grandparents. If anybody should have a choice, it's the father, not the grandparents.
The father have the choice.
If we're gonna go through that,
no, it gotta be even.
No,
it gotta be split even.
No, because the grandparents could just come and go. That's not their child. Right. That's his child.
But it's their daughter.
We're not talking about the daughter. The daughter's dead. We talking about the grandbaby.
Exactly. So let me go bury my daughter then.
Nah, not while the grandbaby alive.
Why? Let me go bury my child. You worried about your child, but my child gone.
Oh, you gonna have a chance after this baby is delivered.
Nah, we ain't fuck that chance. My baby gone now. I'm gonna have to pay for this bill.
Yeah, nah, I can't even think like that.
Right. But it's the way that you gotta think. You can't just think one way, because emotions is gonna say, oh, it's a grandbaby, keep it. But reality set in, man, this shit is gonna be forever. This is something that you may not be willing to accept. If this baby is disabled, whatever it is, that's more stress on the grandparents who, like they said, already in their 50s. That's a lot.
The child has a father.
It's the father there.
Forget the father there. She just was with the father. She just said, if we got to help the partner. Yes, the father's there. So if anybody should have a choice when it comes to this child, it's the father.
He needs to, absolutely correct. And he still needs to talk to the parents too.
The grandparents, that's their daughter. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but she's dead already. She's gone.
All right, real quick, y'all. Nadia said, let me put her comment up. Definitely feel like it's a choice, and the state shouldn't have any control over such a hard decision, especially when you can't guarantee that the child's going to be healthy enough to survive.
Come on with it.
And then Wu says, it's sad to see how ignorant and ruthless our democratic people are. How about putting the baby up for adoption? This is crazy.
That's a fact.
Mondukes, Allah, God is in control, and he will provide. She also says the baby probably going to belong to the state if the grandparents don't want them. And then, now we're getting spicy. Here we go, Democrat slander, but how many babies in foster care rotting away now? So I'm assuming Nadia is responding to Wu's comment about the Democrats, Democrats.
Hey. And if we keep it solid, this ain't no Democrat Republican thing. This is white folks.
Oh, shit.
White folks felt like they was becoming extinct. So what they want to do is force, pretty much, I don't want to say rape, but that's the word I'm going to use. They damn near want to rape women and force women to carry their babies. That's what that is. And this is the backlash of what they're doing. This is one of the side effects of the many white laws that has passed. This ain't got nothing to do with a Republican or Democrat. This is cracker. This is Cracker Barrel business.
I don't agree with that, bro.
I will say emotions lead you straight to hell.
If I don't agree with that, because if it was, they would be promoting abortion like Margaret Sanger did. That was the whole
feel like
purpose
they're
of
going
Planned
extinct.
Parenthood.
But they ain't thinking about Planned Parenthood. They planning on making these folks have more pure white babies. That's what they're trying to do.
That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing for the black race. You're saying it like it's a bad thing for the black race.
It's a bad thing when you strip a woman's rights away and say, man, you got to do what we want you to do for their personal gain. That's the problem.
I don't care about that when you just talking about killing babies. Y'all only want to have a choice to kill babies.
They want to have a choice over their body.
Oh, okay, so guess what? Y'all didn't have a choice during COVID over your body. You had to take them shots. You had to take them shots to keep your job. You had to take them shots. They made you take them shots. You better take them shots. They ain't give you a choice then. You ain't had no choice then. Why not just put the baby up for adoption?
Who said the baby gonna make it?
Y'all coming up with everything in the book to kill the baby.
A black baby.
I'm a black baby, but then y'all want to blame the white man. This is black people I'm talking to. Ain't no white man up here. Ain't no white woman up here. These are two black people I'm talking to. Y'all coming up with everything to kill the black baby. Every time a woman is pregnant and about to have a child, there's a possibility that child could come out handicapped. All these things is possible also then when the woman is fully alive and capable. It's possible then also.
Right. But now that this woman is dead.
She's not dead. She's still alive.
Man, what the fuck? She dead. She brain dead. Now she can't even speak for herself.
I can't. I'm not gonna promote. That will make me a demon.
I'm not. No, it's gonna make you.
That will make me a demon to promote killing a baby in any circumstance. That will make me demonic.
How long was she? How long? It's a fucked up situation because.
And the dad is there. The grandmother is here, and the grandfather is here.
Well,
life is gonna be so hard between the three of us for these two boys.
I don't know, man.
Life is gonna be so hard. She said, "Yo, listen." She said, "I'm in my 50s. He in his 50s." What is that? She had like she's 80 or something.
Him. They selfish about it.
She said, I'm in my 50s. He's in his 50s. What? It's great grandparents out here in their 80s. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on.
We can say no to interviews.
Sad.
We ain't got to start talking and have somebody put a microphone in front of us.
She's capable enough to get in front of a TV and complain about a choice she didn't have.
That's crazy.
In keeping her grandchild alive. She's only mad about the choice she didn't have to kill her grandbaby. Think about that. She's only upset because they didn't give her a choice in keeping her grandchild alive. That's it.
But that's like the
she's not responsible for the bill. That's not on her. She's not responsible for the bill. They're going to charge the dead woman. If anything, she's going to get charged. She's not responsible for the bill or nothing. She's in front of this camera mad because they didn't give her a choice to kill her grandchild.
Because she's looking at her child dead.
Okay, so go back in the hospital and be there with your child. There's nothing we could do about that.
Basically, at this point, the hospital is keeping the daughter alive on their own. So,
yes,
of course, they can't charge her, nobody for that anyway.
Right.
Because they're taking the choice out of her hand at this point. Because they could have said, "Oh yeah, all right, we're gonna go ahead and pull the plug. It's over."
Yeah.
They're not doing that. So that's on them for keeping her alive for the baby's sake, like we said, because they're thinking in the right frame of mind of keeping a life, keeping somebody alive, and that's the baby.
The white people are more interested in keeping the black baby alive than the black people.
Unreal.
Not even about it. You see, y'all keep on saying this about the man. That shit, period, is a whole. She watching her daughter die, bro. Her daughter's dead, bro. Her daughter's laying there dead. You're not thinking about a baby that's not here. You're thinking about your child that's laying there. I got to come in here and look at my dead daughter lay on this bed every day. And y'all worried, y'all telling me about a baby that I don't know, I ain't seen, I can't do shit with. But my child that I raised is laying here dead. And you want me to worry about something that I've never seen or never met.
She's
gone.
Still
be dead.
She's gone. Yes.
No matter what. She's gone.
She's gone. She's gone. So the only thing that can make this a miracle. Make this positive.
Is that baby surviving?
Make me happy. Is this baby? My daughter gone. This baby, we need this baby. We need this
As a
baby.
parent, I would say fuck that baby.
That's crazy.
As a parent, I would say fuck that. As a parent, watching
Hold
my
on,
child
hold
lay in
on.
there, man,
Hey,
fuck
let
that
him go,
baby.
let him go,
I don't
let
know
him
that
go.
goddamn baby.
Let him go.
I'm gonna keep it solid. I know y'all saying it fucked up, but as a parent, you watching your child lay there. I ain't never seen this baby. I don't know this nigga you got this child with. I don't know nothing. All I know is this is my child laying on this thing, and y'all telling me I can't bury my child because y'all want to carry some motherfucking baby that I ain't never seen. I ain't trying to say it like that, where it's fucked up, but nigga, this is my child. Nigga, fuck that baby. Nigga, this is my child. This is my baby. This is the one I raised. Nigga, fuck that. This is what I'm on. Fuck that baby.
Nadia, welcome, Nadia.
You demonic. You
That's
demonic, KC.
crazy,
You demonic.
Nigga, I'm a
We might
parent.
have to change the name of the show after today.
That's crazy. We gonna have to change
KC
this
said,
to
fuck
bad.
that baby.
We gonna have to
God
change this to
damn.
bad dad and bad son.
Yo, shit.
Nadia, you wanted to add to the conversation?
Go ahead, Nadia. It's all you.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to say I actually do agree with KC.
Fuck the baby?
Yeah, absolutely. The reason I say that is because I feel like ultimately that decision should be led to the family and what they decide as a cohesive group, not the state. I firmly believe in that because you don't know the repercussions of what's going to happen or the outcome of what that baby's health will be in the future. And there's no guarantee that we're going to have the right resources or the correct resources to take care of that baby. Also, too, I think the happiness that you're referring to is subjective to you. That might be a miracle baby for some people, but also that could be a torturous, traumatic experience for others. It's not the same across the board. So you can't just assume just because it's a miracle for you and you're happy about it that every situation is going to permit that same attitude. So I don't agree with that. And also, too, the biggest thing that I have an issue with is that people go on about pro-life, pro-life, pro-life. We want to have more people. You can barely take care of the people that you have on earth today. How many of you guys are foster parents? How many people are going to food pantries and feeding people? How many people are protesting outside of their time about other issues? Most people aren't doing that work. You want to be pro-life in one way, but you don't want to be pro-life entirely. And I can't agree with that.
Yeah, I'm pro-life entirely, man. Entirely pro-life. I don't want my baby. So our daughter dead and the baby just
whole branch of your lineage.
It's over.
I can't go with that.
My daughter dead and the grandbaby.
What up, Kurt?
Hey, how y'all doing?
I want to hear Kurt. I want to hear Kurt's side.
About?
Kurt, what you think, Kurt?
Yeah.
So, did you see the last video we played?
No, I'm just getting in from this disaster shit.
All right, so look, if you're, God forbid, right? We'll just say whatever, your family member, right, was pregnant and she's laying in the hospital brain dead, right, on a machine. The hospital want to keep her alive to deliver the baby. Because of course Georgia don't have the abortion. Georgia did away with the abortion thing, right? What would you do? What you think about that? I know you're pro-choice also though, but what you think about that? Like, would you want to pull the plug on your daughter and say F the baby like KC and Nadia, or would you try to save the baby? What would you do, man?
Listen. When my daughters had become of age, where they're, we talk about, as they call it, the birds and the bees. I'm gonna know what her wish is. If she has to live off a machine, let her go. Don't artificially keep her alive. And unfortunately, if she's carrying a baby and that baby's you have to make that choice. She says she don't want to be kept alive like that artificially. No, that choice is with the person that's going to have power of attorney of her life. I would say unplug. My kids wouldn't want to be held suspended like that. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
Wait. Hold on, Kurt. So you
What?
saying unplug her to kill the baby that's inside of
No,
her?
I'm saying unplug her to not have her own life. If the baby's life is dependent on her, fuck them kids. Go with your mama.
Kurt.
Come on with
Listen,
it.
hold on.
Come on with it.
No.
Come
He's
on with it.
confused.
He getting the mixed
Nah,
up.
nigga, he
Kurt,
got you a right answer.
listen to what I'm saying, Kurt. If you pull the plug, the baby inside of her dies. If you leave her alive for another month or how many weeks she need to be alive, they could perform a C-section and the baby lives. Either way, or your daughter dies.
Okay, what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
If that fetus is dependent on that woman to carry it to term and keep it alive, she's not alive if she's on a machine. The machine is alive. So
we're not talking about her.
Both
the baby.
Both her and the baby is being kept alive by a machine.
Okay, so what are you doing, Kurt? Since you understand that now, what are you doing? Pulling the plug?
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all terrible. Y'all terrible. Y'all three on the bottom. Y'all three on the bottom is terrible.
The bottom of the listen to this. The baseline of the story is go ahead with your mama now.
No.
This nigga crazy, man. Yeah. I don't want to hear y'all talk about white people no more. I don't want to hear y'all talk about white people no more.
We don't even care about it. Yes, we do. Because we're not saying we're not pro-life. See, that's BJ saying that we saying we're not pro-life. But we're not saying that. We saying it's a dead child carrying a child. You can't force that on nobody, bro. Even if for your selfish reasons. You can't force that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't saying we gonna say go out here and kill all the babies. No, we're not saying that. We saying you got a dead mother right here, bro, and a baby that, come on, bro, you forcing something that don't have to be forced, man. Let that baby go ahead, man. Check out that baby ain't missing nothing but heartache and trouble in this world, man.
I'm saying you not pro-life because you're saying fuck the baby. That's what I'm saying.
I'm pro-life. No, that's not what we're saying at all. We're saying that it should be a choice in that decision. That it's not always given that you have to go one way or the other. That you at least get a say-so in your body autonomy. And the funny thing about this conversation, if I think men were the ones getting pregnant out of the situation, this wouldn't even be a valid comment. If you had to go through that experience, you would be saying something entirely different. I truly believe that.
Now, if the baby was, if she was like 8.5 months pregnant and the baby damn near due, that's something different. Go ahead and get the baby up out of there. But she got months to go, bruh. This is months.
It don't matter. I can't speak on that, but it don't matter how long she got to go, bro. It is only one way to go, Nadia. If you pro-life, you pro-life. That's it. It's only one way to go.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Let's use another scenario. A tree needs the dirt to grow, right? If the dirt is not producing, I don't care what you do. Let that tree die with it. Come on, man.
It's a chance to save the baby, Kurt.
I'm saying the baby life is dependent on the mother being alive. If the mother is not alive, why are you keeping something alive that's not alive?
Nah, the baby's alive.
That baby ain't alive.
The baby's alive. The baby have a heartbeat. The baby is alive. That's why they keeping her alive.
That baby ain't alive if the mother dies.
It doesn't have any. It's not sentient.
The mother not dead.
It cannot.
She is. The machine is you saying that she's on life support. She's not alive. That machine is what was keeping her alive.
Kurt, if her brain is dead, Kurt, her body is still functioning, bro. She's not dead. If she was dead, she would be in a casket. She's not dead, bro. If she was dead, if she was dead, it wouldn't be a possibility to have the baby still.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay, you a man, and see, I know what Nadia is saying. You a man, right? Would you want to be kept alive if you was in a state of?
I'm not having a baby.
Just answer this. I didn't ask you that question. I said you a man.
You ain't having it, but you have so much to say, and it's like.
No, what I'm saying,
of
BJ.
course, I'm gonna say. Of course, that's all I can do is say something. I'm pro-life.
Oh, no, okay, but you didn't say anything in regards to the question I asked you. I didn't say whether you was having a baby or not. I said, as a man, if you were in a state of coma like that, would you want them to keep you alive indefinitely?
I'm gonna leave that up to my moms.
Okay, that decision.
That's up to my moms. I'm in a coma.
Okay, but what
I'm
you
in a
want
coma. So it's up to however my mother feel. You know, let her speak to Allah about it.
Let me finish the dialogue.
Go ahead.
So what if these powers that be decide they want to take some of yours?
Noah and Kurt must have called each other or some shit. Yeah. This is
Where
crazy.
Noah at? Where my friend? Hey, Noah, what's up?
Hi, how you doing?
We need to get him now. We got Nadia on our side. We got another barrel to get him with. First of all, the powers that be decide they want to take some sperm out of your testicles to create a life because you and your woman had decided y'all was going to have a baby before you became brain dead.
Yeah. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Anything to keep my bloodline alive. Do it. Yes.
But it's not alive. Your sperm ain't alive until they extract it, but they gonna keep it alive for.
I said the bloodline. The bloodline. Keep my bloodline going.
Man, stop it. Stop it.
Anything to keep my bloodline. Anything to keep my bloodline
you
going.
Want to give a person. You want to have a choice yourself. You know your choice is whatever choice it is. I'm gonna leave that up to my mama to have that choice.
I'm in a coma.
And she brain dead.
I'm in a coma, man. What choice do I have?
But you want to take away someone else's choice. If they're brain dead, this fetus cannot survive unless you keep it alive.
I get it. Y'all want the baby to die. Cool. I get it.
No.
I'm not even arguing with y'all no more. Y'all got it. I can't convince y'all nothing else. But if that was my daughter, hooked up to a machine, pregnant, I'm keeping the baby, man. I'm gonna take care of the baby. Fuck it. 50 something, 60 years old, whatever. I'm gonna raise that child.
I think it's really easy to say, very rich to say when you're talking about it. But when you're in the circumstance itself, it might be a different scenario.
Come on with it.
Nah, I'm taking care of that baby.
You say that, but again, I think it's very interesting. Men, I love that having the open dialogue about it because it should be talked about. But very conversations, you guys are not the ones that give. It's very easy to speak and talk about it, discuss it with controversy when it's not something you have.
It's amazing that when we can't have a choice whether or not we want to keep the baby or not. But when it's time for child support and all that, we don't have a choice in that neither. if we say, okay, so if I agree with you, nah, don't have a baby, man. Nah, get rid of the baby. And then at the last second, you want to have a baby, but I decide to dip because I ain't want to have a baby. You're going to take me to child support. I ain't want to have a baby, though.
No, let me tell you something.
We don't have no choice regardless.
That's a very interesting conversation. A lot of men are not putting child support. And also, there's a lot of men that are not active fathers in their kids' lives when they should be.
All right, so you shouldn't be getting pregnant by them then.
That conversation, because I feel like there's responsibility down to the whole. We give a lot of, I guess, a lot of slack on women for the whole procreating situation, but there's not a lot of things there's more things you could do that. Like if I said every man deserves to get a vasectomy, if you know you don't want to have a kid, a lot of men wouldn't do that.
I would.
I wouldn't.
We know you're different. We know
I
you're
different. I would. For real.
I'm gonna be so honest with you.
I want to know who invited Nadia. I want to give him a shout out.
Adrian.
She been on your ass, BJ.
Adrian. I just don't see why y'all so quick to say fuck the baby, kill the baby, blame the white man. We can't blame white people and then turn around and kill our babies, man. You had a choice to kill our babies. That's the only thing I don't agree with.
Josh said the dad got to step up. Bottom line, Kevin Hart had a movie on Netflix where the mother passed and he took care of the baby. The dad would just have to step up.
It's a few dads out there that's taking care of kids, man, on their own.
But also, you got to realize this: Kevin Hart is a clown.
It's a movie.
He's still a clown.
This thing, he go somewhere else every time.
Quick.
What up? No, hey, so look. If your daughter was in a corner,
I may not be able to be with y'all because
I already know
I
no
gotta
answer,
make a
but
quick run.
if your daughter,
this tornado.
Hold on, Kurt. We're gonna come to the tornadoes. If your daughter was on life support, pregnant, would you pull the plug or continue with the delivery?
It depends on the situation. If it has no impact on the health of my daughter and I'm in a position.
She's gone. She's brain dead. The only thing that's keeping her on the machine is the hospital and the law of Georgia saying that no abortions, whatever, the heartbeat for the baby or whatever. So they wanna have this baby.
Yeah, I would have my daughter child. I just think that should be the choice of the person who has power of attorney in that position. It should be family idea. But if it was my choice, I want to have a baby. But obviously, a lot of people don't want to have somebody else's baby because either they're not financially able to do it or they're emotional of doing it. I don't think we should have parents. I think parents should opt out of that decision because we don't need more unfit parents who are forced to care for a child that they end up, ruining their lives or just caring for them.
Maybe y'all don't know this. The girl is a registered RN, so she making some good money. The dude is there because they already got a son or he's there. You know what I mean? I don't know their situation. It don't seem like it was a situation where the people is struggling or something. I don't know how it always come to that. If financially we can't take care of this, then come on, bro. We got to be better. We got to do better before she get pregnant. Before we even get to this stage, we need to do better.
It's already past.
We can't wait till she's pregnant to start thinking about our finances. That's crazy. Go ahead, Zach.
It's already past that because there's no abortions, man, in Atlanta. So
they got to drive to North Carolina. They've been driving to North Carolina. But she wasn't, obviously, look, that's another thing, Zah. I just thought about it. She wasn't planning on having an abortion because she would have been had it.
She would have been had it.
She would have been had it. So she obviously was planning on having this baby. She's like 7-8 months. She's big. She's huge. She's like 7-8 months. I don't even know why her mother is up there talking like that. This girl was going to have this baby.
By the family. Other people deserve to have a say. The family deserves to have a say-so in that matter. She is no longer present, so when that baby pops on this earth, it's going to be given to a family member. That's a family decision.
But
the father.
Nadia, that's out of here anyway because there are no abortions anymore.
I know, but we're saying overall, I get that. I understand that. I don't agree with that. I live in the state of Georgia as well. I don't agree with that by any means. I think women deserve a choice and say so. But my point in saying is, in this situation, there should at least be a call. I get that we live in the state of Georgia, but that's why I disagree with Roe v. Wade being overturned anyway, because that should be a woman's choice, or that should be a family choice, not just the state automatically making a decision.
I mean, they have the stipulations. I think BJ talked about it months ago.
It's rape, incest, and medical emergency.
So if you want an abortion anyway, you need to be going to a Carolina. Like you said, she was in Georgia because I really feel like she was going to have that baby.
She was going to have that baby. She already got a son. She's an RN. She was going to have that baby. She was like 7 months old, 7 months pregnant.
So you saying, BJ, her parents out of bounds?
I just don't see why they up there talking about they should have had a choice.
And then they said, I'm in my 50s, he in his 50s, like they 90 years old, though.
Wait, so
50 ain't old?
Unless she got pregnant and dude took off.
Dipped on her.
But she was saying,
like she
said we're going to have to help her partner.
Her partner, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't
agree. Even step up and do the part. It's so many variables to go in this situation, period. And y'all, the way y'all making it and presenting is like, oh, y'all anti-life because y'all want to kill the baby. No, you're mourning your child. So regardless on how y'all feel about it, Black Lives Matter, only matter sometimes, all that, that's not it. You're looking at your child laying there dead, carrying a fetus. You may have to raise that they're keeping you like however y'all want to see it. It's not trying to embarrass no color or no culture or nothing. It's this. You're watching your child lay here, dead, forced to be on a machine to carry a baby that we have no connection to. And you saying, I'm going to have to raise this child or help this dude. And we don't know what this dude is going to be. We don't know what kind of deficiencies is going to come from this. We don't know what kind of long-term care is going to be required. We don't know nothing other than y'all forcing me.
Absolutely.
Take care of
What we
something.
came up, what I came up under, man. My grandma and them wanted the baby no matter what. I don't care what. When we was coming up, grandma was running over there to get that baby. We ain't. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Like
born.
It's now everything is now changing.
I wouldn't be shit without my grandparents. I swear to God.
The baby is born.
We got too many choices, man.
We don't. They taking choices away. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think
in this situation, it's either you're gonna be pro life or you're not gonna be pro life. That's what it's coming down to.
You
I get
lost
it.
your
I get what
child
y'all
life.
saying. I get what y'all saying though. You know, the choice or whatever. You know what I mean? But I just can't see the understanding of why we wouldn't want to have that baby. I mean, that's just me though.
Because
Why
So
would
see,
I
so
want
you
it?
lost your child.
Why would I want to have
You
something
wouldn't
that
want your
comes from my daughter
child to
that's
have
died
still
and
have a
that
piece
dead?
of your child.
I'm not thinking of. I'm not thinking about that child. I'm looking at my child dead.
She gone already though. What good can come out of this? The only good can come out of this is a baby being born after my daughter is gone.
Circle of life, bro.
That's
But
how
I
I'm thinking.
also look at the standard of life. I keep seeing a lot of comments talking about Black lives don't matter, da da da. Okay, what? Cool. I believe in our community standard living. That's what's important to me. And if everyone is not having a good quality life, then what is the point of having the life? That's what I argue. And I'm saying if you cannot for surely tell me that that baby is going to be 100% healthy outside of this outcome, then they should have a say so. And that's not saying that they would. And even the funny part about this is what you're arguing in the video when she talks, she did say, not saying that we would abort the baby or get rid of it anyway. But it's the idea of being able to
said
say,
that.
at least give us a chance to say something about it because they're the ones
Right.
that be living with it for, like, a child is not just 18 years. That could be, you don't know how long your child is going to live. So you have to think about not just the first year that they're born, but the rest of their life.
That's
So
every
you can't
pregnancy though.
Yes, but
That's
it's different decided when your pregnancy versus somebody else's mistake that you're paying for if it was a mistake. Like when you're talking about, like there's just so many parents that exist now that are unfair to their own child that they plan to have. Why would it be a good idea to force if, for example, it was grandparents that high costs, what they were dealing with their own problems, and suddenly a child is forced to. How many of these parents would actually take good care of their child? How many people do you know that have kids with other mental illnesses? They don't have the
Exactly.
to take care of them. Why
That's amazing. That's amazing right there. We on, we only think about the negative in a baby being born than the positive.
That's it.
Did anybody ever think that this baby could be a genius?
You thinking about, okay, I love this. I love this comment right here because y'all, okay, let me give you an adoption story that's excellent. Simone Biles. Simone Biles was adopted by her, I believe, her grandmother. Excellent. 10 out of 10 athlete, one of the best in the world. How she is the exception, not the rule. How many other foster kids are sitting here suffering that don't have parents, that don't have people to guide them, that don't have money or the resources? Stop saying that we're looking at the negative when we're looking at the reality. If you can't help the
Nadia.
kids that are on the earth, then you can't be talking about, oh, we want more. Take care of the ones
Nadia.
we got.
If we save the one, it's a story in the Bible that says if one sheep get away, we're trying to save the one sheep. We're gonna saddle the 99 up and go looking for that one sheep. One sheep get away. So what I mean, we should be trying to save a life here and not just kill both, let both go. That's what I'm saying with BJ saying, like, if we're gonna be pro-life or we're gonna be in the middle, we're gonna straddle the fence with it. That's just the whole point of the matter. We don't know what's gonna come out. Like you said, the baby could be brain dead, but the baby could be a genius too. The baby could be a lawyer. The baby could be a Thurgood Marshall. we might get something great out of this. It might come to be something good.
Hey,
So why would you
listen.
just delete that chance of something good coming out of this? Who knows?
We're not gonna sit here and act like every child that was born and didn't have no handicaps or the what is that deficiencies deficient say it well
deficiencies.
There you go. That they just became some great people all the time. Or it's like y'all setting a bar to having a child. You're pregnant, have the child. You gotta deal with what you deal with when it comes. But you should have been all the things you're saying after you're pregnant. Once you're pregnant, you should have been saying before you got pregnant. If you were so concerned about the finances or the child's future or this, that, and the third, you should have been thinking about that before you got pregnant. Why we keep killing these babies? And then blame the white man for everything. That's all I'm saying.
So you only have sex for having baby making, or do you do it for other reasons? Just be so for real.
Depends.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
Yeah, what she look like.
Because that's the reality of the situation. Let's not come on. Like, you lay down doing it for baby making. You're not doing that for every purpose that you lay down with.
No.
That's 100%. And so in that
7 months now,
you should have a choice. Unless you're only opening your legs and you doing what you do just to have babies, don't say that.
Right.
Don't say that.
but we talking about a 7-month, pregnant woman that basically she was trying to have this baby.
And again, with the months, I think the situation is different, okay? And I agree to some capacity. If the baby's already that far along, that's cool. But to say that for every single situation, you shitting me. Stop playing.
So, okay, so
What she wanted is not the priority at who's gonna be raising the baby. Because when you're talking about lawyer baby or baby, the odds of that.
No, you gotta find a new spot. Your audio.
Yeah, you breaking up.
Where you at?
I'm at an apartment. Why is it echo?
Nah, it's just going in and out.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just
I can
saying,
hear you right there.
the chance of that having a good life depends on how much the people taking care of that baby want it to exist. Parents that are trying to not let that baby alive are likely to make your baby. They don't want to raise that baby. They are trying to abort it. If you're expecting who don't want that baby to raise a Simone, like it's just an odds game. That baby doesn't have odds growing up with parents that never want. Why are we forced to happen? Well, you're just praying that you're gonna make yourself a lawyer, even though it might not take school or whatever. Like, I don't know what we're expecting of
Kidnapping.
There's a lot of humans there's a lot of people that would not do that baby well because they didn't make that baby. It's not their baby. They didn't want that baby. It's just naive to expect people to actually all be together because I would get my shot. A lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people would just treat that baby like it wasn't supposed to exist. And there's a lot of people that have lived that life.
I think it's the father's decision at this point.
It's whoever has. Maybe the father should have. I don't know. Why is it the mother's decision in this case? Does she have like? Why are they asking?
Brain dead.
So that's her daughter. That's brain dead. So she's at the hospital or whatever. So she was the one that was talking. You know what I mean? But the child that's inside of her, I believe that should be the father's decision then. He the one that's gonna have to raise it.
And I agree with you, but then that goes right back to the conversation. Is to the state, and that's the argument that we made the whole way through. Is that it should be the choice of the family, not just a decision based on state.
I guess.
Hey, y'all, I'm gone, man. I gotta go do no cap.
guess.
Thank y'all for having me on today, though.
Hey, Casey, shout your podcast out.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, Casey, so we can follow along.
I'm gonna go in the chat on my other phone in a minute. But y'all go on there, watch me. I appreciate y'all. Nadia, you was right on time, man. I appreciate you riding with me. Hello. hey, we on BJ Bumper next time. You don't know what you're talking about in a minute, bro. Nah, man, come on, man. Hello. Y'all go, right?
Yeah.
BJ, what you messaged me about Ilhan Omar? Why you wanted smoke?
Oh yeah, this your girl. Let me put your girl up there. Hold on. Matter of fact, how y'all feel about that 12-foot statue of that black woman in the thing.
You want to see it?
That's what I just sent that to you, right? Yeah, show that right quick. Noah, have you been down there to see the statue yet? Why she gotta have her hands on her head? She got an attitude. In the middle of Times Square, bro.
Face pissed off, no smile. What you doing, man?
Yo, man, that's crazy.
Just stand for anything.
That's crazy. She mad too. She mad too. She mad as hell. She got stared out there.
Heard that much because the
She mad as hell. She got to stand out there, man.
What's the point?
Times Square is a location too. I feel like she deserves somewhere nicer. People is doing the wildest shit in Times Square.
What you think? What you think about that, Nadia?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I have what is the general public saying? Like, I personally feel like a lot of black people, I think the problem with the statue is that it's not necessarily conventionally attractive to most people. But at the same time, a lot of black women or mothers and people I've seen before look like that. And we should be promoting that that's beautiful. That's also beauty in its own way as well. I think the only issue is that it doesn't look desirable to the eye of most people. But that goes back to, I guess, the conditioning that we have as people in general, what we find attractive and what we don't find attractive.
I thought she was sexy. I just didn't know why they were going for like that whole attitude pose. Like it just felt like
I don't like the pose. I don't like the pose. And why is she in Times Square? What's the purpose of the statue?
Yeah, and Times Square is the place to put any statue that's.
What's the purpose of the statue?
Do you have information on why this statue was created? That's a question
I don't even know.
Yeah, I feel like they're trolling the location.
We can go to some of the comments, Will. Y'all New Yorkers in the chat, man. Why did they put that? Where did that statue come from? What's the reason for that statue?
Man said, what in the Tyler Perry is going on?
Man, you ain't know about that statue? What's the reason for the statue, y'all?
We got to get some context.
I don't really know. I feel like context is needed before I go one way or the other. But I don't think there's anything crazy wrong about it.
I just sent you another video, Will. We'll cut that one short, though, because that's kind of long. But that's with Noah Girl. That's Noah Homegirl, the representative from Minnesota.
Mondu says she's black, large, and in charge.
Why is she at Times Square? That's what I would like to know.
She couldn't have a piece of smile on her face though, like a smirk or nothing.
Real quick, what y'all think about Diddy?
One second. They said it was created by a British artist and it's on display until June 17. The sculpture aims to challenge traditional ideas of monumentally and encourage viewers to reflect on identity and shared humanity and representation. It depicts a young black woman in casual attire with a calm yet assertive stance, serving as a composite fictional character meant to embody familiar qualities of everyday individuals in New York.
Nah, they wildin'.
You ain't going.
They ain't say nothing about no mother or none of that. They said that's the everyday black woman.
But here's the thing, though. I've seen I've seen a TikTok about the statue briefly, and they're like, people's aunties look like that. Genuinely, are you seeing your aunties, moms, and cousins or whatever aren't beautiful? Like, I don't know. But also, too, I really am questioning also too the interior motives behind the person who created the sculpture and they're part of the black community, because that is a bigger question for
They're
me.
playing in our face.
Why they get someone from
Great Britain?
Yeah, it's random.
Yeah, we've been on this joint 2.5 hours. We almost let Diddy off the hook.
Yeah, let's
Oh, I'm glad I didn't miss that part.
No, not today.
Hey, what y'all think about Diddy, man? I mean, I haven't looked at the trial because I've been going by like clips of other people that's following the trial.
Yeah.
I can't watch all that, man. I can't listen to Cassie up there talking about all these strange men that pissed in her mouth and all that. And,
I'm so
and
mad
Diddy rubbing semen on his nipples and all that, man. I can't. But they kind of getting that Cassie now. Like
she losing her following.
Yeah,
they was
because
100% behind her.
At first she was a victim, but now you
willing participant.
Yeah, you was very willing, more willing. You was hitting him, asking him when the next freak off was.
Mm-hmm. Eli and AJ said they love Diddy.
Eli and AJ, yo, y'all get off the off this podcast,
they
bro.
They sent the message through Bree.
Oh, what y'all think, man? Two things,
Hey,
you
man,
think Diddy
Puffy
gonna get
ain't
off?
do nothing wrong, man. He ain't gonna get off, man.
You think he gonna get off?
Yeah, Puffy got $1 billion, man. They making Cassidy be the worst person in the world. Like, he wanted this too, bro. Stop playing, man.
Them text messages came out talking about when the next one. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
She hit him up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's too much.
But the only thing is, if all they gotta do is prove that she wasn't with it one time and he done. She could be with it 1,000 times. The one time she was like, "No, not tonight," and he like, "Yes, the fuck tonight." He threw.
Well, that's the thing about like when we're talking about essay or whatever, man. Reality of the situation is you can be down for something 1,000,001 times. It's a decision and choice every time, and consent is always value always. And so I think it's interesting to see, like, obviously, Cat is getting a different perception now because it's coming out. But at the end of the day, also too, I think just like with any relationship that we have as people, you don't get to see the ins and outs of it. So it's really hard to say how compliant and complicit she really was and where she really was when these things were happening, including the fact that there's also drugs in these said situations as well. That can change your whole perception, mind state in so many ways.
Yeah, the drugs are fuck him up too, because if he's getting her drugged up and stuff, and then having her perform these freak offs and she's incoherent, then
and he said that he was putting Gatorade and the team didn't know it was there every time, and obviously develop excessive.
So what you think? What you think, Noah? You a lawyer? You think he getting off?
No, he's getting charges. The charge of the maximum of 10 years transporting escorts out of state. I think that one's really improved because the man, it's a very low bar. Somebody flew somebody out from another to give to the services firm, and he already has
I can't even hear Nora, man.
That
I can't even make out what Nora's saying.
That are going to be testified. It's really easy to prove that. But that was the maximum of 10 the most serious charge. The other harder, I think. But still, like Cassie said, was good enough to establish that no matter how much those freak off, Don Richard testimony together as the fact that he would always make people disappear. He would put Cassie up, he would threaten these women testimony together.
Your phone going out every 5 words. Every 3 words, your phone go out.
I don't know what the phone is about. 1 second.
Yeah, that joint terrible.
Connect to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, let me 1 second.
I don't think he getting off, bro.
I don't think there's not.
I don't think he getting
too
off.
much evidence behind the situation.
The only thing they proven in court is that he not guilty of everything they accusing him of, but nobody usually is. They give you all type of trumped up charges, so when something gonna stick.
Yeah.
So not only that, it's gonna be more people to come. This is just the beginning.
Right.
Cassie is just the beginning.
I want my $20 million back though, because didn't he only pay her so she wouldn't talk?
It's something about the because the same thing happened to Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Subpoena. You can't it's I'm a poli sci. You can't escape the federal government. You have to like.
Yeah, that's it was a civil suit. You're right.
That PA is up. You can do an PA and not talk about it in court when you do a civil case, but when you start talking about what's going on with him, they want him, that's a different story.
That's what happened to Bill Cosby, because they charged him with the shit that wasn't supposed to be used that came from the civil suit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's what they did to Bill Cosby. So
I don't never understand that because, like you said, once you accept money or once you accept to give the money, you basically kind of saying you're guilty. That's like when the feds come in anyway. If that's state or whatever, when they come to the feds, like she said, it's gonna be hard for you to get around, man, because you gave up the money.
Right.
So you really guilty already. That's
Right.
why Jay-Z was telling them like, yo, nah, you say I did it, bring a criminal case. Don't go civil.
He
But you see,
should
this is
be
what everybody doing.
prosecuted, not in my bank account, right?
Right. Yeah, come prosecute me. I want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I ain't give you nothing. That's when people knew Jay-Z wasn't, you know what I mean? Why you going civil? If you said I did something wrong, it's the same thing with the girl against Shannon Sharp. Why is this civil, yo, and not criminal? If you
Easier.
say I took your butt,
It's easier to get money than prove somebody's
Right.
guilt.
Like that's a whole different thing. Like you think about it, it's right here to get money. Well, OJ, they got the money, right? But they didn't get,
they
and
got
I
the
think,
money. After he beat it, they still got the civil suit. I don't be
but that
understanding that though, Naughty.
so it's the fact that certain cases are a lot easier to permiss. They're like more. You can get away with things happen when someone is guilty of murder charges like that. You have to really show strong evidence that happened. And that's a lot harder to prove than just being like, well, it's more likely than not that this happened. More often than, you know what I mean?
But the thing with
It's
OJ,
different level.
it was more like a, it's because of you she's dead, like type of thing. Like, you know what I mean? If she didn't know you, she'd be alive. Like, I don't be understanding that. Like, and that's a silver suit because it was criminal first, but he
Right.
beat it, and now you go to civil, and now he lose that.
But
I
what
don't
we're
be understanding that.
all I'm trying to iterate to you, and I wish I could explain it better, but it's just like the criteria is easier to prove. That's basically and is that it's a lot easier to prove things in civil cases than it is to prove them in a traditional like
Nora could explain it. She's our resident attorney.
Because the legal standard for criminal cases is beyond a reasonable doubt, which is like not a single doubt that this person killed this person. But the legal standard for a civil case is by abundance of the evidence, which, like Nadia said, basically it's more likely than not that this person killed this person. That's way easier to prove than beyond reasonable doubt, because if it's very thick of single reasonable doubt, then it's over. And that's why I think the OJ case was the doubt that defeated the case. Whereas was it more likely than not to kill them? It was easy to agree on that. Definitely more likely than not.
When Bree said he was wrong for the drugs and the physical abuse, but at the end of the day, she loved that man and wanted to make him happy by any means necessary.
I think that attests to how crazy relationship is. And I speak on how unruly that can be.
Now, whatever was going on with Nora and Nadia going on with you, you going in and out too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, check that last video I sent you, Will.
Okay.
We'll do that one last, and I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta get in that truck. I Diddy is a weirdo, man.
A freak.
Diddy is a weirdo, bro. I think that gotta be past freak level. That's not even freak. That's weird.
I want him prosecuted.
Why
for
is
the
he
murder
putting
of
semen
Big.
on his nipples?
But baby oil, the amount of baby oil, I will never.
So they had to apply it every 5 minutes, right?
No, you gotta lock him
Why
up,
is
man.
he
You gotta
sitting
go to
there
jail,
watching
man.
men urinate in Cassie's mouth?
It's so strange.
And probably kiss her later.
You also heard Kanye and his whole meltdown. It's so much. I heard so many freakish as of about celebrity.
I believe it all, Nadia. It's nothing it's nothing you could tell me that these people do that I'll be like, nah, they ain't doing that. Whatever you say they doing, I believe.
Yep.
Because this is crazy.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is. Because I didn't believe the shit they were saying at Puff. I knew he was a weirdo and bisexual and all that. But some of this stuff, if she didn't get on that stand and say it, I would have never believed it.
Yeah.
Would have never thought of it.
You going too far. Y'all going too far now. Diddy ain't do that, man. Diddy ain't do that. Man, Diddy did all of that.
I'm gonna play the video in a second. I will say, if you choose to hang out with devils or pick Satan over God, then maybe you deserve whatever you get.
oh, they said your man Clive Davis' name is coming
Keep
up.
popping up.
Keep coming up. They said Clive Davis' name keep coming up.
Because he's doing the Cassie and them what they did to him, allegedly.
Basically.
Next comment, Bree says she needs to take a look at herself and ask herself, why would I allow anyone to treat me that way, and why would I do those things?
Because she liked it too.
She did.
That's the part that I don't be liking. These people.
I don't appreciate him kicking her ass though. He just went out of bounds with that one.
Yeah, but also, I have empathy for people, not everybody the same way, and especially like I think there's something really dangerous about Hollywood being able to be in those social elites like that, because it does a bigger thing to do with power dynamics, how that overall plays out with figures. So I just too. I think there's a lot to discuss. Like there's a topic about Usher, Bieber, all of that stuff. Now that's Justin Bieber. He is not right on, and you clearly see. But
Pac been calling them faggots. Mm-hmm. Pac been calling all of them faggots. Quincy Jones, all of them.
They trying to bring Biggs in it.
Big said some questionable stuff in his raps.
Some out of bounds
and you know, I don't think Big was gay though, but he said some wild things. But and then you got to think about like who was putting the tranny in the videos.
Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
Puffy. What do you call him? Puffy Daddy.
Puffy Daddy. Crazy.
Hey man, this guy's strange, man. He's just a strange guy.
Puffy Daddy. But let's play this last video, Will. And get up out of here. I gotta catch this load.
Allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
go
not
on, then
have
say
to,
it. Say
you
the
will
end.
not want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
Go
not
on, then
have
say
to,
it. Say
you
the
will
M.
not have
Go on,
free
say.
speech.
Go on, say the M word. Go on.
No.
Hang on.
No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here, you and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Pierce. I understand what you're trying to do. but we already know she's racist. And I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you.
I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want.
Say the shit then.
What's up? See, I'm not mature enough to sit on that panel.
Me either.
Cause I would have been like, say it. Say it. I want to hear it too. Say it. Say it. She say it anyway. She says it. Mm-hmm. Say it.
Yeah.
He caught a hissy fit. What y'all think, man?
Bruh, I'm the only nigga up here though. He out of bounds for that.
Myron, I don't know what Myron is. Myron is like, Myron, I don't know. He might be black though. He might be black.
The one who he called Uncle Tom?
Yeah, but he go hard, bro.
Uncle Tom ain't even the villain. I hate when we
Yeah, Uncle Tom is not a villain. What y'all think? What you think, Zao? What you think, Nadia? Norback? What you think, Noah?
He would have left a Jewish.
So her thing was living in a country where people are allowed to say what they want to say.
We do live in that country. I mean, you just got to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I like to. I want to see you say it, so then your whole career can be done. So your whole thing can be. I don't even want to out on you. Say what you want to say, so then everything away from you. Let's do that. I want to. I like showing their ignorance, opposed to combat it. Go ahead.
See, that's the type of thing that when Nick Cannon says something about the Jews, you know, they got him off the show. Is it going to go that far with her if she say that?
And that's the thing that we have.
Depends on where she work.
Right.
She gonna get a GoFundMe like the old white lady called the little boy the nigga.
That's what I'm.
You see what I'm saying?
Become an instant millionaire.
Yeah, it's the that we have, because there's certain things you can't say about certain communities, but for whatever reason, when you say things where almost all white celebrities or all these little influencers have said it at some point in their career, and their career still. But we have to, as the community, like, for Black, these people, getting them positions of power like that, because it feels like that's just like easily dismissed by our society when people do things like that. And especially a woman who got $250,000 to her for doing the thing. What does that say?
They people backed them up. We gotta back ours up.
That's it.
We gotta support
We're the
ours.
only people on this planet don't support each other 100%. I mean, if you on some bullshit, we ain't supporting that, but we don't support no matter what.
I'm not that emotionally attached to that word to be all in my feelings if a white person uses it.
We give it the power,
I
right?
don't. Okay, whatever. If we having a word battle, I'll come up with something or say something or. I mean, I'm that really don't pertain to me. Depending on how you use it, the context of how that person is using it, you ain't talking about me.
I think it really there is a brand, so I have a different feel to that. I don't looked at a lot of images that have happened, people being hung, derailed by train cars. It'll make you feel a little bit different for sure when you like look at the totality of what our people has experienced, which is why I'm with letting other communities say it.
So because the people that have been hung and killed and mistreated, for a white person to say nigger, I'm supposed to what?
I'm not saying do something to you because you do it, but I don't appreciate it and I don't accept it. And then when I'm saying turn to that, if I do see you saying that or I do see you acting in a manner, then trust and believe I'm going to take it into a position of power and make sure that your life or well-being in the sense of your job opportunities or whatever exposed, because I want people to see that. If that's how you.
Yeah, I agree.
Zod, you hanging with us tonight, Zod? You want a good break, ain't you?
Who?
You.
Hey, listen, man, I supposed to been gone, man. You hear me, man? I supposed to been out of here, man, but I'm hanging on in there, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't get up here a lot.
We got 5 more minutes because I'm about to jump in the truck. But
yeah, I don't.
What you think?
I hear both sides, and it is it's damaging, and some people take it to heart, and it, like you said, the intent behind it does matter, because like me or you or the people we hang with, we call each other nigga all day, and we don't even bat an eye. But when someone of a different race call us that, now we, you know what I'm saying, now we ready to goddamn march and protest and fake boycott. So I don't really give it no power, because like you said, I'm not. What you think you saying to me, that ain't even me. So I ain't tripping.
Okay, can I that though real quick? Let me ask, why do we there's a difference when this is the big, why do you think there's a difference when it comes to like not amongst the Jewish community but Black people? I would argue it's that mentality that some of us are cool in accepting that while others don't. It's a mixed conception amongst our own community when in total we know you just can't say nothing bad about the Holocaust. Point blank, period. And that's across the board. So when we say, oh, we don't give it power, okay, cool, but that allows more people, I feel like often than not, to continue to do the disrespect
To
that they
violate you, right? To violate us.
Because it's like, well, some people say first, people from different cultures, whether that comes from Latinos, I've heard Asian Americans, I've heard white people as well. They feel comfortable because some of us are comfortable with allowing that. But that should just be a no across the whole board. No. So then there is no reason for people to feel like, oh, well, I said it, we can move forward. No, can't move forward.
We fighting too many fights. We fighting too many battles. What we gonna do about it?
I think
we gonna stand up over a word.
That means when you see people socially, like if it's not another Black person, absolutely not. And that doesn't mean you need to be fighting somebody. That don't mean you got to be disrespectful. But what that does mean is I need to make sure that if you're in a power, that you're not from that position of power. Something to be addressed about if that's what you're doing. That doesn't mean you need to retaliate in a violent way, but that you need to set a tone of this is not okay. Not even if you're my friend, it's not okay. It's respect.
I don't care. But I wouldn't stand in your way if that was a fight you wanted to take on. I don't care about no white person saying nigger. I care more about my people killing my people than anything. I don't think people disrespect the black community and the black race. I don't think we're being disrespected because we say the word nigger or we allow people to say the word nigga. I don't know. I never really been in that situation where a white man called me nigga. I can't remember.
I think for like more often than not, yes, we're pulled in a lot of different controversies we have to pick. But ultimately, I think the problem with it is we can't all collectively agree on one thing at a time. And it's simple as being like, I don't really think about it, but out of respect for other people that been through shit, I'm just not gonna allow you to say that in front.
All right, but look, that's why I said first. The first thing I said was I ain't gonna stand in your way. I'm just not gonna be out there protesting it because I don't care about that. I don't care about no white man saying nigger. I care more about these young niggas out here killing each other before. I don't even care about white people. I'm not even focused on white people. I'm focused on my people. I don't care. I'm not focused on what no white person is saying. But I'm not gonna be in the way of you and your fight for them not to say that. First of all, I don't see how we're going to stop anyone from saying anything. If you want to go after their jobs and all that, that's cool or whatever. But once again, we got to focus on more on what we're doing. We're the ones that's having abortions. We're the ones that's killing our babies. We're the ones that's promoting that. We're the ones that's on top of having abortions. We're the ones where the young boys is out here killing each other every day.
For nothing.
Every day across America for nothing.
But
we have our own fight within our community to fight before we even talk about anybody outside our community. We got to fix inside our home first. To gain the respect from other people. The reason why they don't disrespect and the reason why they do respect the Jews because the Jews ain't going through that. The Jews ain't killing each other. They not killing each other. They building with each other and they only mess with each other.
That is so bull crap and don't say that no more.
Which part?
What you're hinting at is that these other communities don't have the same issues, which is not the case, but rather so that a lot of the issues that Black people face are systemic. And if you do not fix the system, then you continue to see the outcome that you see. And that doesn't take other communities to acknowledge that. That is not just us alone. That is not just about alone. And when you look at prison, when you look at the rate of more white people kill each other than we kill each other.
See, you going back to white people, and that's what I keep saying.
I'm arguing with you with what you're saying. You're saying I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. That's a bigger pressing issue. But what I'm saying altogether is that's a global issue. But I'm saying things that we're seeing in our community are coming from the system itself, not just that we do it to ourselves alone. The system also impacts those outcomes that you're
talking. And we got to figure out how to stop that. We got to work on that. We can't keep talking about. As soon as I said Black people, this is what not just you, all people that I want to say you're probably pro-Democrat or something, right? That's what it seemed like. Nah, you don't got a party, but most woke Black people, they come with the same. It's 2025, but they come in with the same playbook from the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. It's 2025. We still talking about systematic oppression. We still talking about all these things that our people went through in the 60s. It's time for us to do something now. We can't keep talking about what's keeping us down. Everybody up here is doing what they're able to do against the systematic oppression. I'm a convicted felon. So everything that was brought against me, I done already jumped over. There's nothing that's going to stand in my way. The same thing I'm going to teach these young boys. I ain't got time to tell them, man, y'all killing each other every day, but I understand because it's a systematic. It's the system that got y'all doing this. Nah, y'all on some bullshit.
That's not what I'm.
Y'all on some bullshit. So what's the excuse for it then? Because as soon as I said Black people are killing Black people every day, you went to, man, white people kill kill each other more than anything. I don't care what white people do. I don't care what the Jews do. I don't care what nobody else do but my people.
Okay, that's cool and all, but what I'm saying is you're not see an accurate. You look at the entire picture. That's what I'm trying to do. Not to say or disregard that there's not something we could be doing. In fact, I'm a big believer in the fact that Black communities need to be more accountable about action. I do not agree when it comes to Diddy. It comes to any of these trials that we're seeing right now, or what's his name, R. Kelly. I do not support that, and I don't think we should be supporting that. A wrong is a wrong. But what I also know
I
is,
ain't talking about R. Kelly and Diddy and them.
hold
I'm
on.
talking about these babies in the streets killing each other every day.
That's in my speech. What I'm trying to get at, though, is that ultimately, right, when we do get into those situations, we are not equal. The person that
What situation? What situation you mean?
in a criminal case that's not about a celebrity, right?
Why are we in this criminal system? Why do we have a case?
Because it was created for Black people. Go look at the research. Go look
What was created for Black people?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Look at chain gang. Look at all of that. Look at really go deep dive and look at our prison system and the pipeline that it has. You will see that we are more likely targeted to be in those scenarios than any other race, or more likely than more communities. You will see that for yourself.
So you're saying, so I can't agree with you on that, because you're saying they're making us go to jail. That's what you're saying.
That we're more likely targeted.
We're put in situations.
Not by the choices we make, but by what they making us do.
So let me ask you this, right? If we're in a classroom setting, right, and I'm on the left side of the classroom, right, the teachers are right. There's two teachers right here by you. I'm talking right over here, right, at the end of the classroom, but they can't hear me. But there's two teachers right beside me. Are you more likely to be in trouble than I am because they see you first? Yes, that is my argument. I'm not saying that we don't deserve punishment, but I am saying we don't get equal punishment, which is also a problem. That's systemic.
You got to stay out there. You don't play the game. Don't play that game. You talking about the criminal. You talking about the criminal part of the system. Don't be a criminal.
Okay, and
I agree with Nadia though. I agree with it. I agree with what she's saying.
You could agree with her. Everybody can agree with her. I'm saying what I'm saying. Don't be part of the criminal system. That's what I'm saying. It's too many Black people. We got too many Black men in the chat that's not convicted felons. Too many. Maine in there. He's not a convicted felon. Josh is not a convicted felon. Dawu is not a convicted felon. It's only me. Will is not a convicted felon. It's only me and Zal up here that's convicted felons. That's 2 out of 6.
Okay, yeah, and I'm not arguing.
Adrian is in the chat. He's not a convicted felon. That's 2 out of 7. Who else in the chat is not a convicted felon?
Well, what is the argument you're making? Because I'm not saying that.
The argument I'm making is we are programmed to believe that because we're Black, we supposed to, and because we ended up, whoever ended up in the criminal system or in a situation that has to do with the criminal system, it's because we're Black. We didn't have a fair ride.
No, I'm saying that if you did something wrong, you deserve to admit you deserve.
That's it. You did something wrong.
But
That's it.
Okay, you don't get the same treatment that your white counterpart does, which is
That's a fact, man.
I'm not saying we get the same treatment. I'm not saying that.
You have to look at the system too when you're also talking about these conversations. Because you asked me, why did I bring up white? Why did I say that? Because it's not just that playing a part. It is also the system. So you have to combat both. Be better people, yes, but fight for equality, period.
Our people already did that in the 60s. Fight for equality. We already did that in the 60s.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
We already did that in the 60s. So I'm not gonna tell first of all, I'm talking to the kids because I'm not trying to change nobody's mind that's already an adult. I'm not even gonna fight that fight. When I talk to these kids and these young boys out here and I go back home, I'm not telling them that. I'm telling them, yo, go get your CDL before you get a felony. Yo, don't do that. That don't even make no sense, bro. You know how many You know how many dudes on my block not convicted felons but won't get a job and sit there on that block and do shit until they become a convicted felon? So that's the white man doing that too?
No, again, sweet. I'm not saying all the white men's fault. I'm just simply
No, I
though.
got what you're saying. We don't have an equal shot. Once you in a system, it's not equal. I understand that. I'm telling the black boy, don't play that game. Don't even get in it. Why even play that game?
Right.
Why?
But then
It started from the door. It started from the door, like you were saying, BJ, and like Nadia was saying, from the nigger word. Like, we just can't keep piling up, allowing things to be accepted. You know, and I get what you're saying, BJ. It don't bother you, you know, for a certain degree or whatever. You don't let that bother you. But it's like we didn't let so much shit ride that they looking at, oh man, you can do anything to them. No, sir, you got to stand on something. You get what I'm saying? And like I feel like it's a gumbo. It's a melting pot on things that we gotta handle. You're right, B. We gotta handle this in the hood with the black on black crime. But like she said, the whiteys is killing whiteys too, because they're in their community. We're in our community, you know what I'm saying, bottled in, packed in, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of situations that we gotta handle.
We don't gotta handle white people killing. We don't have to handle white people killing white people. Let them kill them.
That's a fact. That's
kill
a
each
fact.
other.
I get that. But they're gonna govern what comes in their house. Like she said, the Jews ain't gonna let you talk about them. You're not gonna talk about them. So we gotta be straight up on what we're gonna do and what we ain't gonna do. Like you said, if we just gonna allow people to just push whatever on us and we accept it, then we're a doormat.
That's where I'm getting lost at. What are they pushing on us? That's where I'm lost at.
By just allowing them to say the nigga word and we be cool with it. And
we talking about a word. That's what I hate. We talking about the nigga word. When if I Google something right now, it's at least 50 black kids who was killed this weekend. And we talking about a white person saying nigger.
Say something
It's
right now.
all of that, BJ. It's all I'm saying is
You
all
next,
of
Nadia.
it.
Go ahead, Zah.
Sorry,
No, that's all I was saying, that it's all of it. I just said it all needs to be addressed the right way. That's all. I'm not knocking what you saying, but I'm just saying for the whole, yeah, we don't just supposed to let things just slide and get by. You know what I mean?
So what you gonna do about
saying.
it? What would you do about it? In that case, if you was on the show or whatever and the girl said, hey, I don't care about niggers, what would you do?
I don't care about niggas.
Yeah, if the white woman, Pierce Morgan she admitted that she says nigger. So Pierce Morgan was like, oh, go ahead, say it then. So she would have been like, well, nigger.
I seen that joint already. Like, yeah, she out of pocket. The dude was
What
trying
would you have done? Because y'all saying, you and Nadia is saying we can't allow that. What would you have done?
The same thing he said. The same thing dude said. Nah,
Oh,
she
dude
was
said,
saying,
okay.
I ain't
got
allowing
you.
him to say nigga. Yeah, he can't say nigga. I'm the only nigga on here.
He cut it off. Yeah.
Yeah, he cut it off. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's an embarrassment to him.
He nipped it in the bud.
He nipped it in the bud early.
That's right.
What up, Bert?
That's right. Go ahead, Nadia.
I'm getting fired. But here's the other thing about that. Too, I was gonna argue that when we're talking about a lot of the issues that we have in the black community, and I don't even think the black community. You can look at Native Americans as well, or other minority members of America. A lot of times, the issues that they're experiencing comes from a lack of resources. So this is the question that I have to argue with, right? You're saying
A lack of what?
Resources.
Lack of resources.
Okay. We don't. The Jews have the power to not allow people to play with them. They own every fucking thing. We own shit.
Yeah.
We got other fights to fight before we worry about somebody calling us a nigga.
We got to do that too, Will. We got to do that too.
One thing about it, the Jews came over here piss poor. Piss poor dirt boy, fresh out the oven, escaping the oven.
Okay, all right.
They got the 40 acres and a mule too.
And we was up. We was up. When the Jews came up here, we was up. We did have things. We had land. We had businesses. We had Wall Streets. We had Greenville. We had Rosewood. We did have things.
They bombed us.
We did have things. Yes, they bombed us, but we could do it again. We have all these multi-millionaire, billionaire black people in America. We can do it again, but they don't want to. We just talking. We just
we gotta
talking,
do-
but
we
nobody
gotta do
really wants
Ibrahim.
to.
We gotta do what
Nobody,
Ibrahim
bro.
doing.
Bro, you can't even get black people to support you. We talking about everybody else but us. Why we talking about the Native Americans? I don't care about no other minorities. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care about the Native Americans, the Mexicans, the homos. I don't care about nobody but black. Why we don't support each other?
Care. You should care because what happens to them will happen to you. And
No, I don't care. What? No.
no. But you even let me speak about what I had to say before. Okay,
Go ahead.
you can be unempathetic all you want to, but when it comes to a struggle that we need other people to be supportive of, and they're not, what's going to happen? We're only 13% of the population, 14 at best.
Stop killing the babies. Stop aborting the babies. See, now they want to talk about the population.
Okay,
Stop aborting the babies.
Okay. Let me cook on it though.
Go ahead.
Lack of resources in that way, you still have banks that are getting actively sued for being racist and discriminating against other people. Wells Fargo.
Yes, that's a fact.
So when you're sitting there being like, oh, it's just the us thing, it's just that we need to. No, it's a systematic thing. When you talk about gerrymandering, when you talk about redlining, kids not being able to go to school to get the best education that they can. When you're talking about the fact of the matter, I wish that they would put less money into policing black communities and more into giving us better education. But they don't. And that will continuously happen if you don't talk about the systemic racism that is in our country. If you don't stand up for that, if you don't go protest for that, no matter how much you think that you can beat the odds, I ain't protesting for nothing. You will be the 1%. But you will not be. It will not be us collectively as a community.
Yes, it will, because we pull each other up. We are
13%, brother.
Nadia, you could protest. You could speak.
People have money to have these babies to make sure that they have the education they need, to have the resources they need.
Yeah.
Ask how many kids are in Ivy League schools. Let's forget about prisons and jails. How many black people are in Ivy League schools? Ask yourself that. If we can't do that for our children, then what are we really doing? Come on now, like I just don't.
Hey, Nadia, I'm campaigning for you to be the new governor of Atlanta.
And I said,
I'm putting that. Guess what? If she become governor of Georgia, she won't be able to do nothing.
She gonna fight.
If she become mayor of Atlanta, she won't be able to do nothing. Because guess what? All the people that run Atlanta is black. Fannie Willis, the mayors. From the mayor on down of Atlanta, and Atlanta is a shithole city. Every city ran by black people are shithole cities. So let's not even go there. But this is what I'm saying. If this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Will gonna do what he gonna do. Zai, you gonna do what you gonna do. Nadia could feel the same way she could feel, but I know Nadia's for her people. So whatever resources I have, for whatever children she come across, I'm going to be available for that. CDL driving, whatever. Same thing with Will. Will has a school. Will has a CNA school. I have my own trucking company. We have resources that we could use for any kid you come across from right now. I don't got time to protest and be mad about systematic, because anything that came to me, anything that was in my way, I was able to get over that motherfucker. Even when it was Wells Fargo that shut my business, my business account down when I tried to take $25,000 out. Then it was Chase that did the same thing when I tried to take $50,000 out. Then it was Bank of America that did the same thing when I tried to take $15,000 out. I haven't messed with none of them banking institutions in over 15 years. This happened to me 15 years ago. I've been with Navy Credit Union anyway. I'm gonna deal with a credit union, which is still white institution, but it's better than Wells Fargo. And I tell everybody, don't mess with Wells Fargo, don't mess with Chase, and don't mess with Bank of America. Okay, that's their system. Yes, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. You gotta find a way around it. This is chess. They're moving their pieces, you have to move your pieces. Okay. I ain't got time to sit here and argue and complain about what they're doing. They run this motherfucker. They supposed to do what they doing. You think they're going to give you help? You think they're going to help you? Or you think they're going to take their foot off your neck a little bit? No.
Okay, but here's the thing, BJ. While I support everything you just said and more, it takes more than just active by yourself. And even within our community,
It
When
take what?
it takes more activism than just what you're saying. It's in order for things to be changed about Wells Fargo, in order for there to be what I want more than anything.
I don't want to change Wells Fargo.
Hold on. I
Go
hear you.
ahead.
You already said yeah. We know. I don't care. I do though. And let me tell you why. Because I want my kids to have an easier life than I've had, no matter what color they look like. I want to make sure that they're able to get that they want, to get the financial support that they need to go to the schools that they deserve to go to. I want them to have an equal chance at success just like anybody else. And in order to do that, again, you have to question the system around you. Yes, we as Black, you don't have to tell Black people that we have to think hard or that we have to work twice as hard. We already know that. And we've been out running the system for years and years.
So then why we talking about the system? Why we talking about the system?
Because it's not a hold on. No, this is why we're talking about the system. Because no matter how much you try to how you outrun the system, if they're going off of a sprint and we're playing at a marathon level, we're never going to be able to get to the point that we need to be at. We gotta be playing.
What's your goal?
And
What's
just
your
to add
goal?
on to what
Never mind what
saying,
where they going or what they doing. What is your goal? What is your goal for your children? Make it happen. That's the difference. The Jews make it happen. The Jews leave whether it's life insurance money. How many generations in your family? How many generations in your family are the people that have died and not left life insurance money? Not left anything for the next generation.
But here's what I'm saying. Yes.
Come on. Everything is on us. Everything is on you.
We did have what she just said though. It was a lot of, so we don't think nothing that our ancestors did for us to even get to this point did work. Like with the marches and what all our ancestors was doing back then.
I'm not a fan of the civil rights movement.
But I'm just saying still.
I'm not against it though.
Brother.
I'm not against it.
Brother.
You about to get out of your damn stroke, bro.
You
I'm not a fan of the civil rights movement.
Not a fan. Brother, you would not be here today talking on this.
You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be in a truck. You wouldn't be in a CDL. You wouldn't have your own company. If our ancestors.
So what did we get from the civil rights? What did we get from the civil rights movement?
I'm just saying, BJ. We still.
What did we get? What did I get from the civil rights movement?
We benefited. We benefited as a whole.
What?
More equal opportunity.
You just said we don't have. You're fighting 2024. Will 2025. Then she says she's fighting for equal opportunity.
Progress, BJ.
You're fighting for equal opportunity still.
Right direction. Because we have more equality, but not enough to be treated as equals. And you can
And that's
see that
the reason why. And that's the reason why, because we don't have enough people fighting together on our behalf to make our situation better. That's why it's going to be that way.
Fighting what?
Fighting regardless of what it is, man, for whatever it is. What Nadia
you don't even know what you want to fight. You just want to fight. You want to fight with Nadia. You don't even know what you're about to fight.
I don't care.
You just going with Nadia.
I want to get behind.
You just going to fight with Nadia. You don't even know what you're about to fight. What are we fighting?
I don't give a damn. I'm just ready to rumble with her. Because she's talking right. I got to get behind her because she's talking the right shit. You hear me?
Yo, what's the fight in 2025? What is the fight? Our ancestors did all the fighting, did all the marching, did all the protesting, getting knocked upside the head. Hold on. The Black Muslims wasn't part of the civil rights movement. And they own a lot of shit to this day.
Okay,
they wasn't part of it.
Let me say this. This is the problem with my dad way, and there's a lot of Black people that think this way, and I hate this for y'all. The racism.
Why you saying y'all?
Because you were part of it. The reason I'm saying that is what we're experiencing is still racism. It's just not overt. It is turned to covert, which means it's not in front of your face. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because it's not directly in front of you, you're not getting hung on a tree, does not mean that we're not oppressed. That's what you got to wake up and see. There's still
what I got to wake up and see, that we're oppressed?
They're still discriminating every day in different ways. Your life is hard.
I never said they wasn't. I never said it wasn't no racism.
That is what we're fighting. When you keep saying, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for?
You can't.
How are you fighting racism today?
I protest. I speak on panels like this and speak my mind.
You wasting time. Just tell me you wasting your time.
Don't tell me that.
Just tell me you wasting time.
Don't tell me that.
no,
60 years later, 60 years later from the civil rights movement, we still protesting and talking. What we protest? Okay, what was your last protest about?
You can't change BJ mind, so we might as well go to the end.
She not even trying to change my mind. I want to know. I want to know what the fight is.
Coming out. Good night.
What is the fight about?
Okay, so the last one I went to, because I'm in college right now, is Palestine. I do believe that those people are a little oppressed, and I don't.
Noah love this.
Oh yeah,
this is right up Noah alley.
Yeah, I do believe those people are oppressed. I do believe that our government is funding their oppression and their genocide, and I do not agree with that. But then before I protested in BLM in Atlanta, and I've been doing things outside of that.
I believe you.
I'm a political science major, right? So I want to go to law.
What school you go to?
Georgia State.
You're a smart woman.
Yeah.
And I knew you was educated, and I didn't know you was still in college, but I figured you was educated. But this is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I say what you're protesting for? Palestine. They don't need our fucking help. We need our help. We need you for us.
But
we don't need you protesting for Palestine. I'm talking black. See, the problem is, and this is a problem with a lot of educated people, we're all over the place. I'm only talking black. Y'all been talking white, Native American, Palestine. I'm talking black. When we gonna get to black? These black babies. That's all I've been saying all night. The black babies.
This is the problem too, man. Because like, as soon as they finish with them, they gonna come over there to you.
That's the thing.
Bro, we've been here 400 years, my nigga. Why are we scared now?
No, I ain't saying we scared, but I'm just saying. So you got when you see wrong happening, you gotta attack wrong. Oh,
bro, we was done wrong for 300 years. Nobody interjected in our wrong. Nobody. Not the Spanish people, not the Palestinians, not nobody who's getting done wrong. You know that Nadia, the last time we interjected in something was the Civil War. And that ain't go right for us neither.
But babes, BJ, that's not even true. When you go back and look at Malcolm X, he actually he had pro-Palestinian support. He was talking to leaders that also navigate more freedom for people in Palestine.
That was probably a year before they killed him. He did go to Mecca and all that. He did become he didn't have no Palestine support.
I don't like talking about things that I don't know because I don't want to say anything that's ignorant or uneducated to me. So I'm gonna just digress on that point. But what I will say is that the more that we turn a blind eye to other communities and their fight,
that's crazy, man.
It is gonna come too. I promise you that. And
why are we worried about other communities and our community is fucked up? How we even got the time to worry about other communities and our community is fucked up? How?
Hey Nadia, hey, I'm ready to go. Hey Nadia,
we all gotta go.
Yeah. Get my number. You call me whenever you going out there to fight. I'm ready. I'm ready to be behind you 1,000%.
Yo,
take my little corn.
Go ahead, Nadia. I'll give you 5. You got 5 more minutes. Go ahead. We leave out on your point.
Take us out, Nadia.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the platform and the I really appreciate it. But all I want to say is that we all have to get the fights that I think are so different. They're not. A lot of what I've learned in school, and I'm really appreciative about it, is that a lot of social justice movements are all connected in a way. The civil rights actually gave a lot of power for the LGBTQ community to have. Again, I know that's not what you stand for, whatever. But all I'm saying is, if one person loses or one community loses their battle in the fights, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna keep going, and although that we're used to it, that doesn't mean that we have to accept it. We can still actively ask for change and want change better.
Let me know when your protest or your fight, any of these days coming up or whatever, is for black kids, for black babies. I can't. I'm gonna skip Palestine. I'm gonna skip the LGBTQ. All those other fights, I'm skipping. But when you like, yo, BJ Will, Zah, I got these black boys over here in Atlanta I'm going to talk to, we pulling up.
We right there.
We pulling up.
That's a fact.
Well, that's going to be the first thing I do, and you better be ready. That's what I'm
right there. That's a fact.
Right there.
Just talking.
You locked in with us now. You locked in with us now, Nadia. And like I said, I'm never gonna be in your way. If you want to fight with whatever fight you about to have, I don't give a fuck about it, but I ain't gonna let them know that.
Right.
I won't dare let the white man know BJ ain't really with that shit. I'm a front at least. I'm gonna act like I'm with you.
Georgia State debate team versus Good Dad
I'm
Bad Son.
gonna act like I'm with you, Nadia. I ain't never gonna go against you, especially in public in the face of them people. So you ain't gotta worry about that.
Now when we get back in the car, I'm gonna tell you was on some bullshit.
That's some bullshit, Nadia. Don't ever bring me out here ever again in life.
But yeah, no, we support each other. Listen, I'm a big believer in face. That's what we were talking about. Listen, you can do all wrong in the public, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that in the public. It's gonna go in the table talk at home.
Straight up.
100%.
Straight up.
All
We
right.
appreciate you,
Yeah,
sis.
I appreciate you coming through, Nadia.
Of course, y'all
Dope, Nadia.
You locked in with us now, man.
Absolutely. Talk to you later.
All right, later. Later, Zai.
All right, later, bro.
All right,
Later, Will.
So once again, man.
Yes, sir.
Good show, my brother.
Yes, this was one for the century.
Yeah, man. I wish we could have got Noah out somewhere, man. Or dressed up at a ballroom or something.